Welcome to James Clemens High School football. We'll be back with the Jets pregame show right after this. Ever thought you'd like to have a nice privacy fence or deck, but thought it would be just too expensive? Think again. Woodard Decking and Fencing will have you throwing that backyard party before you know it. They offer top-quality wood, wrought iron, aluminum, chain link, and vinyl fencing, along with decks of any style at affordable prices. They'll treat your yard as if it were their own. Commercial services are available too. Woodard Decking and Fencing. Look them up on Facebook and see what they can do for you. You can also give Daryl a call at 256-652-9234. Woodard Decking and Fencing. North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately. Avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously.
Bankston Motorhomes, with locations in Alabama and Tennessee, carries an extensive inventory of motorhomes, including Class A diesel, Class A, Class B, and Class C motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and tent campers from manufacturers like Tiffin Motorhomes, Fleetwood, Forest River, and many more. Bankston Motorhomes also has an experienced service department to help you with any service work or parts or accessories you need. Bankston Motorhomes, Huntsville, Florence, Albertville, Ardmore, and Nashville, helping families like yours build memories for over 40 years. Call 1-800-624-2899 or visit them online at bankstonmotorhomes.com.
When Keith and Amy Richards went on a Greek vacation in 1997, their goal was to create savory foods from simple ingredients. Thus, Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe was born with their healthy spin on traditional Greek food in the form of salads, gyros, sandwiches, and soups. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe, located at 105 Brook Ridge Drive, Suite A, just off Highway 72 in Madison. Open Monday through Sunday, 10:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. Call 724-6554 or visit them online at tzatziki'scafe.com. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe. Originality is our nationality.
Local high school sports are brought to you in part by Limestone County Commission Chairman Colin Daly. Visit the County Commission page at limestonecounty-al.gov to keep up with what's going on in the county and find out what ranks us in the top 5% in the state. You can also call Colin at 256-233-6400 or on his cell phone at 256-800-4544. When you're searching for a home or selling your current one, you want guidance from someone you trust. Fallon Sloan at Capstone Realty has been an active member of the Madison-Huntsville area for many years and has a passion for hard work, integrity, and client service. Fallon is a Madison resident, so she's got her finger on the pulse of the community. Check out her listings online at Fallon Sloan, that's FALLONSLONE.choosecapstone.com, or call her at 256-755-0269. Fallon Sloan at Capstone Realty. Greg Machin Photography is Madison's premier studio and is dedicated to making you look your best, offering everything from senior portraits to weddings. Greg Machin Photography provides the highest quality prints and services the industry has to offer. Call 461-0827 or visit them online at gregmachinphotography.com. Located at 8006 Old Madison Pike in Madison, Greg Machin Photography.
Athens Utilities comprises Athens Electric, Athens Gas, and Athens Water Services. Together, we are committed to providing reliable and affordable electricity, natural gas, and water and wastewater services. We operate as part of the City of Athens, and just like our city's motto of Athens is classic, Southern character, we believe in supporting what makes our community special. And that includes Athens and Limestone County sports. Call 233-8750. Come by the office at 508 South Jefferson Street or look for the link online at athensal.us.
If you'd like to download a copy of this game or hear it again on demand, go to pasnetwork.net. You can find this game and previous games under the Archives tab. You can also subscribe to the Play Action Sports podcast and listen to it on your favorite platform like iTunes, Amazon, and Spotify, or ask Alexa or Google to open the Play Action Sports podcast, keeping you up to date on Athens and Limestone County sports. Play Action Sports.
Welcome, everybody, to Madison City School Stadium. It's Thursday night. It's 79 degrees. The breeze is wonderful, and we got football.
How about that?
How you doing, Coach Johnson?
I'm doing wonderful.
It's good to be back, isn't it?
It is good to be back, even if we are a little shorthanded tonight.
We are shorthanded. If you're a usual listener to us, you'll realize that this is not the voice of the one and only Kirk Pierce. We're a little shorthanded tonight, and we're missing him already.
Kirk is in New Orleans, I believe.
New Orleans. He's going to miss out on the first action of the night, but we will persevere.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to persevere one way or the other.
To the best of our ability, anyway. You are listening to PAS Plus, and we are the Tzatziki's touchdown team. Tonight we're bringing you the James Clemens Jets, playing host to the Mountain Brook Spartans out of the Birmingham area. Coach, we've had a time to watch some film on Mountain Brook. What are they bringing to Madison?
They had a rough one last week against Vestavia Hills. I don't know that they expected a 35-10 loss like that. But one thing that stood out offensively was their running back, number 19, Cole Gamble.
Yeah.
Cole ran the ball and ran the ball and ran the ball. They handed it to him a lot out of a lot of different formations. He is a guy we have to keep under containment, and I think if we do, things should go well tonight.
Oh, I completely agree. Yeah, watching them, they did so much. I called it multiplicity with a little bit of simplicity. They're in tons of formations. I saw them do like 4, 5, 6 different formations and do a lot of stuff out of it, a lot of misdirection type stuff. But you're exactly right. Number 19 makes it go. And so with the guys we have up front, you talk about Jalen Brown and Nate Jennings. I mean, if we can create havoc for that guy up front and not give him a lot of space, we got a chance to play pretty well.
Well, and you mentioned Jalen Brown, old Bambi as they call him. He's a guy that, what a change in the last year from him.
Yeah.
He always had the physical tools, the length and the height and the quickness, but hadn't played a whole lot of football. I think he was a manager in middle school for a football team, so hadn't played a whole lot of football. And now within the last year has kind of figured out how to play defensive end and he got some more strength. And now he's a Missouri commit. And watching that game last week at Gardendale, boy, how quick he gets off the ball and is in the backfield. And between him and Nate Jennings on those ends, some people can be in trouble this year with those two guys.
Well, and speaking on that, I mean, watching those guys last week against Gardendale, especially in the first half, it's just the range and the reach that both of those guys have. They were able to create chaos up front for Gardendale in the first half. What I saw of that game, it was a tale of two halves for our defense. First half, our defense was lights out. I mean, they played super well. You had those guys up front causing some big-time problems. And then you had DJ Davis just flying around making tackles. But defense was so solid first half. Tonight, they really need consistency throughout the entire game to play with Mountain Brook.
Well, and I think part of the deal last week, and we hope we don't have the same problems this week, was just getting guys on the field. The heat last week, the cramps that we dealt with. That first half, we ran the ball really well. DJ Williams had a huge first half for us. Ty was efficient with the throwing, but he didn't have to throw. Like, we just ran and ran and ran, and DJ did a great job there, which kept that defense off the field. And so they were fresh and could play really. You mentioned DJ Davis. That's a new name for us this year on the defense. And when those front guys play so well, with Freddie Poe and the two ends, it opens those linebackers up to make plays. And between him and Hayes Harrison's a new name you'll see out there this year. He's a kind of a headhunter type there in the middle. And then Jack Kreider has moved from defensive line back into a linebacker position. And then finally Jalen Ruffin, who we've called quite a few times over the last couple of years at linebacker. Those guys are going to be free to do things because of that defensive front.
Yeah, and Coach McGee's defense, we know what he's been trying to do. He's in year 3 now. So we know defensively kind of where we are. Let's talk about offense. When you look at our offense in the first game, and we talk to coaches this week, they feel like they have an identity. JC's got an identity now offensively, and you hinted on it with DJ Williams. Let's talk about the other two guys that are big-time playmakers, Ty Marsh and Ty Dowdy.
Yeah, those guys are going to have to be part of it because we can't just rely on DJ.
No.
Because DJ's they're going to just pack the box and not let us run. Ty, we got to see him in spots last year when Gio was down and was very good at what he did. He's not going to be the runaround guy Gio was. He's not going to throw the ball down the field quite as with the cannon that Gio had. But he's usually really accurate in short yardage. He's smart with what he does. He takes care of the football. And the slant routes last year, remember some of those he hit some of those slants over the middle on time. And then Ty Doty. Dowdy. I always said it the wrong way. The Ty and Ty show when it comes to the air. But let's not forget, you got Cooper.
Yes.
Logan Eggert's going to have to play a part. You got that big 6'7" frame. I think he only had one target one catch last week. But, man, he's a difference maker because he's different than the other two.
And kudos to him for making a move, putting his hand on the ground, moving to tight end now, and that creates a little bit of problems for defenses instead of being out there as a slot guy.
Well, and you got the different offense this year, right? We got a new offensive coordinator.
Yes.
And so with that new offensive coordinator becomes a totally new offense, and I think you'll see a lot more motion. It won't be as upbeat and fast paced. I think it's going to be more of a pro-style, college-style offense when it comes to that. A lot of formation and motion and all those things, but it'll be interesting to see what Coach Truitt has drawn up for tonight. Completely.
I'm excited about it. We got a great crowd here tonight because it's senior night. It's beautiful weather. I mean, you can't ask for better weather than this in week 2 of high school football. Like I said, 79 degrees. We got a great breeze going. I mean, we packed the stands out. You can't ask for a better atmosphere. We're ready to go.
Well, I know Kirk said he was going to listen tonight, and so I'm going to just go ahead and say it. Kirk, I'm sorry. You're missing out on the
I wasn't going to say it yet.
I'm going to say it. The Jets are coming out tonight in the all jet blue from top to bottom.
They are jet blue. They are jet blue headgear, jet blue jersey, jet blue pants. Some of them got jet blue cleats on.
Well, and if anybody has listened to our broadcast knows that Kirk is a huge fan of the jet blue. I think he's kind of coined the phrase jet blue.
I think
for us.
He did, yeah.
And so he's missing out on tonight's probably his favorite uniform we'll ever put on.
And it's an amazing look. You got to give him credit. I mean, there are definitely good-looking uniforms that we haven't. I mean, if you've walked through the display case there in the field house, every uniform looks good.
Oh, yeah.
But this one is pretty special.
Yeah, no doubt.
I hate it for you. We do miss you, Kirk, and sorry to have to spoil your night like that. All right, check out the PAS Plus mobile app. It's your connection to all our live streams, along with scores, game archives, and more. Go online to pasnetwork.net for the download links.
Looks like we're getting close to a national anthem, which means we're getting closer to kickoff.
Yeah, we're still about 13 and a half minutes away from kickoff. We talked about new offensive coordinator and new things in our football program. We got a lot of new things going on at James Clemens. I mean, new principal, new administration, some new administrators, or one new administrator.
Yeah.
A lot of new changes at school this year. Excuse me.
Well, and I think it's a lot of positivity the way things are growing. I think, Dr. D, Kerry Donaldson, is our new, now went from interim principal to full-time now. He will join us at halftime for the halftime show, so you will not want to miss that at halftime. He is a ball of energy. He is a guy that is positivity and glamtastic and all these things he likes to say, and I think the kids have responded real well. And then you talk about Jason Watts moving into a full-time AD role instead of being AD and assistant principal. And then Caleb Gautney came in and took his spot as that AP. And, man, what a deal for Mr. Watts, Jason Watts, to be the full-time AD, and what that means for athletics as well.
It's huge.
He will have a lot more time on his hands to grow our athletic department like it needs to at a school our size.
Well, and you don't find many people that put in the work, put in the hours, and put in the attention that he does. I mean, the guy is a workaholic, and he goes nonstop. And so I think it's the first Madison City full-time AD, correct?
That's correct.
So, I mean, watching him today, I mean, the guy doesn't stop working. So you're exactly right. The attention and that he can put in toward athletics now, it's great for our city school system. It's great for our athletics. And
as we head towards national anthem here, I see the band's coming out. There is one thing about that offense I wanted to touch on that just hit me. Last year we spent so much time talking about who's out.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
All the injuries and all the young guys that were forced into action. There were so many sophomores on the field last year, especially that offensive line. Remember how, that was the big question all the time. Could they keep people out of the backfield? And, that was one thing I noticed with DJ running last week. And you just go to practice and see the size of these guys up front now. They've put on weight. They've grown. They're a year older. Guys that are really starting to fill out and be a force up front, which changes our offense tremendously.
Well, we talked about it during those games last year. That experience, those game reps, was going to play a significant difference. And we think that's going to show during these games. I think it showed last week. You go up big, 20-0. You're carrying a 20-0 lead in the middle of the third quarter, and then you do get down. And then things start to go bad. You kind of end up in quicksand for a little while. And how are you going to respond? Had those guys not had those reps last year, it's easy to fold.
That's right.
They fought back. They've been in those situations, and they've been in those game reps, and they saw it. And the way that those guys responded well, and end up coming back and fighting and getting a win. Defense sealing the deal, as we had seen before. But that should show this season as well. Those guys have had that experience. Those names that we talked about earlier here, preview it. Those are guys that we talked about. Some of those guys are guys we talked about last year as being young or having to fill in roles.
Well, just the fact that I can go by today on the way in and they said, "No, we're healthy."
That is
anybody
huge.
out today, Coach? No, we're healthy.
That's huge as compared to where we were last year. You're exactly right.
The only big name we're really missing that should have been back would be Rashad Freeman, the linebacker that stepped up so well last year, and he moved away. But then you got a DJ Davis that steps in and has really played well in that spot.
And that was the biggest surprise last week. And I remember having to go. I was standing with Coach Watts on the sideline, and after the second sack, third tackle, I had to go ask, who is that guy?
Yeah,
who is that
right.
guy? I didn't know who he was. So, yeah, big time step up last week for that guy. But like you said, the way that defensive front's playing, it allows those linebackers to roam and make plays, and I'm anxious to see if we get the same result tonight.
Well, let's join the field. We're about to do the national anthem. We'll join them and listen in as the James Clemens Band does our national anthem.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise and move your hats for the presentation of our colors, will be followed by the national anthem. Presenting our colors tonight, color guard for the game, right guard, Cadet Major Catherine Curry, commanding and carrying the American flag is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Kyle Small, carrying the state flag is Cadet Captain Reese Skillen. Left guard is Cadet First Lieutenant Gabby Molina. Tonight's national anthem is performed by the James Clemens Marching Band under the direction of Keith Anderson and Assistant Director Brian Sims.
We'll be right back. You're listening to James Clemens High School football on PAS Plus.
Bankston Motorhomes, with locations in Alabama and Tennessee, carries an extensive inventory of motorhomes, including Class A diesel, Class A, Class B, and Class C motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and tent campers from manufacturers like Tiffin Motorhomes, Fleetwood, Forest River, and many more. Bankston Motorhomes also has an experienced service department to help you with any service work or parts or accessories you need. Bankston Motorhomes, Huntsville, Florence, Albertville, Ardmore, and Nashville, helping families like yours build memories for over 40 years. tires. Call 1-800-624-2899 or visit them online at bankstonmotorhomes.com.
Mellow, a state of mind, a culture, a way of being, and the philosophy behind Mellow Mushroom Pizza Bakers. Since 1974, their mission has been to provide delicious food in a fun and creative environment. The originators of hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza, Mellow Mushroom makes their pies with high-quality, fresh ingredients to elevate the dining experience. So mellow out at Mellow Mushroom, a higher order of pizza in Huntsville at 470 Providence, Maine, and 2230 Cecil Ashburn in Jones Valley. Greg Machen Photography is Madison's premier studio and is dedicated to making you look your best, offering everything from senior portraits to weddings. Greg Machen Photography provides the highest quality prints and services the industry has to offer. Call 461-0827 or visit them online at gregmachenphotography.com. Located at 8006 Old Madison Pike in Madison, Greg Machen Photography. Ready to show off your film IQ? Ready to show it off during James Clemens football? Maybe it sounds like trying to mix oil and water, but hey, we're just trying to have a little fun. Listen for our Chilla Bay in-flight movie quote during James Clemens football coverage on PAS+. We'll slip in a line at some point during our play-by-play commentary, and if you can identify the movie that it's from, text the answer along with your name to 434-1-PAS. That's 434-1727, and you could win a $10 credit at Chilla Bay Dessert Bar in Madison. The Chilla Bay in-flight movie quote. It could come anytime from Chilla Bay Dessert Bar and PAS+.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football. We are the Taziki's touchdown team, bringing you every play from tonight's game against the Mountain Brook Spartans. During our broadcast, listen for the Chilla in-flight movie quote. We'll sneak in a movie quote at some point tonight as part of our play-by-play commentary, which we're pretty good at. And if you know what movie it's from, text your name and the answer to 256-431-PAS. That's 1727. And you could win a $10 credit to Chilla Bay Dessert Bar in Madison.
What's that number again?
That is 434-1-PAS. 434-1727.
You did good.
I try. All right, we're about just over 3.5 minutes from kickoff. One more time, Coach Johnson. I mean, if you're on the sideline tonight, what are your keys to the game for the Jets?
Man, the three things that come to mind are consistent, controlled, and competitive.
Love it.
We got to be consistent in what we do on offense and defense. We got to stay under control the things we can control, not try to do too much, especially when we're talking about the quarterback position on offense. And then, just the competitive nature of a Thursday night, not a Friday night, right? So if we can do those three things, be consistent, controlled, and competitive, we got a chance to win a ball game.
And it does make a difference playing on Thursday. It's a short turnaround.
Oh, no doubt. After last week, it just makes for an odd week. And I still haven't got an answer on why we're playing on Thursday. Did you ask? Because there's not a game for Bob Jones here tomorrow night.
No.
So I'm not sure what the reasoning was there, but maybe an extra day off going into Bob Jones next week. Maybe that's strategic there. Hey, we're ready to go.
I'm ready. Look at our captains here for tonight. I see number 90, the big man.
Oh, yeah, Nate Jennings. Number 10 there is Ty Marsh. Number 2, I believe that's DJ Williams.
Yep.
And number 4 is Jack Kreider.
Hey, that's a good pick.
That's good picks right there.
Those are 4 guys we're going to count on.
We hope we call all their names a lot tonight. Right?
I imagine those 4 names will get called a lot tonight. Again, if you weren't with us earlier, the Jets are in a spectacular-looking uniform. It looks like, if you just take a gander across Madison City Schools from left to right, it is a sea of jet blue. Our Jets are in jet blue headgear. That's Carolina blue headgear. The jet blue jersey, the jet blue pant, and it looks incredible. Tell you what, I say this all the time. Nobody has a better color scheme than James Clemens High School.
Yeah, it's hard to beat the different shades of blue. And like for years, I've been at other schools where some of our so-called rivals had this color scheme, and I'm like, too much blue and all this junk, and I hated it. Now that I'm in it, it's a pretty good combo for doing uniforms and stuff like that. So Mountain Brook is in all white from top to bottom. Helmets, pants, and jersey. James Clemens obviously in the jet blue. and we are ready to kick this thing off as the captains head back to their respective huddles. Teams are going to get ready to come out and take the field.
Guys, this is a great atmosphere. I know that those of you listening can hear it, but it's already we're getting a rumble here in the crowd. I mean, you can tell the excitement happening here. These are two really good football teams. Mountain Brook, they're 0-1 coming in here tonight, but that is not indicative of how good they are.
No,
these guys are Terminators.
Well, last year they were 10-3, I believe, and made a couple rounds deep in the playoffs. The big thing for them is they're not going to be the most athletic team we play this year. They're not going to be the biggest or the fastest team we play this year. They are disciplined,
incredibly disciplined.
They are going to be where they're supposed to be.
I mean, they're coming off 3 straight 12-win seasons off a couple of years. They were the 6A runner-up in 2022. I mean, they are a strong football team.
Well, and they competed at the 7A level for years, and just recently dropped down to 6A, and they are a force to be reckoned with in all sports when it comes to 6A.
Here come the Jets.
See a bunch of knucklehead baseball players running the field down there with the flags.
They're always the goofiest guys on campus everywhere you go.
Well, they lead up that student section down there, so we're rocking and rolling round one, right?
Hey, if we're going to make a run into the playoffs, and we hope we do, those guys got to have practice too down there in the student section.
That's
what
I
mean?
That's right. The Hawaiian theme tonight. We got beach theme down there in the student section.
I know. I think I worried our producer earlier telling him how I was going to dress for our beach theme.
Yeah, swim trunks,
flip-flops. It's not quite warm enough
really
to go shirtless. I didn't expect it to be 78, 79 degrees at kickoff.
Especially after the couple weeks we had, leading into this. So it looks like the Jets are going to receive to start this ball game off. We got Ty Dowdy headed back along with Devin Cooper as our deep backs.
I'm going to tell you, both those guys, too, have the ability to make a big play on special teams.
Boy, they're quick.
That's an area we didn't talk about pregame, but, I mean, Ty did it several times last year. And he took one on a big return last week, not all the way, but he took a big one back. Both these guys can bring it back, and that may be the difference in a game like this where you got two really good teams going at it. A special teams play can make a big difference. So Mountain Brook's going to come out almost an even set on kickoff, though they are going to be even set. 5 to each side. They're going to be kicking left to right.
Looks like number 36, I believe. Harrison Fell is the kicker for Mountain Brook.
It looks so.
Can't quite get that number. Yep, 36. Harrison Fell will be the one that starts this game off for us.
A little bit thicker than your average kicker.
Well, there's been a few of those.
Yeah, maybe he's a football player.
What's the guy for the Raiders?
Oh, Janikowski. Yeah, here we go. We're set. We're underway. Oh, okay. Kind of squibbed it down there. We're going to take it about the 6. Cooper's coming. We're going to bring it out. And he's going to be wrestled down. Not much of a gain right there. So the Jets are going to take over on about the 11, maybe the 12.
Well, the bounce worked to their advantage. It took him a time to get the ball, number one, and then by that time there was a lot of traffic in front of him. He made one good move and ended up getting hit about the 12 and pushed back to the, I guess they say
they're going to give it
15.
To him. Yeah, they're going to give it to him out of 50. Yeah, he kind of had to sit back and read it like a deep infield ball, didn't he?
Yeah.
Or middle infield ball. All right, so here come the Jets. And, man, they look good. All right, we're going to start out in a pro set.
Too tight.
Pistol. We're throwing first play. It's caught. He's out at the 20. He's going to get more. He's going to get out to the 20. Looks like the 23.
The defensive back right there did a good job of corralling him, but Ty just found a way to fake to the inside, cut back out, and was just fast enough to get around the corner there and gain about 8 yards.
Yeah, and Ty knew he had some cushion right there, and he did a good job with it. You're exactly right. So on the move right here, we're looking at 2nd and 2. Same set. No, tight end and slot this time. Still pistol look. We're going to hand it off to Doty. Not much for him right there. We couldn't outrun him.
Lost 3 right there. They had that little kind of a reverse right there to Ty. Just got snuffed out in a hurry. That backside collapsed, and there was 4 white jerseys waiting on him.
Yeah, and I'm sure that we're going to try and use what speed we have to try and outrun those guys to the perimeter. Not sure that it's going to work out of a pistol look, but we'll see what the coaches have in store for them. So now we're in a 3rd and 5. We got 2 receivers to this side. The Jets moving right to left. 1 back. Marsh is in the shotgun. Tried to draw him off.
Yeah.
He gets the call. And here we go. He's rolling this way. He had an opening. I think he looked to tuck it and try and get the first, but he just couldn't get there.
Well, the bottom line is they're going to roll him out some and try to get him in some space. But if we're dependent on Ty trying to run the ball, we're in trouble.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, all right, 4th and 4 on the Jets' first drive.
Anthony Ortiz, number 44, is our punter this year and our place kicker. He's a name we didn't call last year, I don't believe.
Did a fairly good job last week, and I know that's something that we were worried about. Coleman with the snap, and the first punt is going to be blocked.
Get out of the end zone. Yep.
And I believe it got out of the back of the end zone.
Going to be a safety.
Yep.
I don't know. I didn't see where he came from.
It looked like he come right between the center and the guard.
Coleman did a good job of getting the ball back there. He's worked really hard on being a long snapper, one of the best around, and got it to him clean. Just took a long time to get it off, and somebody came through.
Hey, no question, that's something that Mountain Brook saw on film, and they wanted to expose early, though. They found a weakness, and they went to expose it. They definitely did. They got to the punt, and they blocked it. Ball goes out of the back of the end zone. Mountain Brook's going to be on the board first with a safety.
Well, downside is we're down 2. Plus side is we've already warmed up on offense. Let's try it again.
Well,
we were just there. Oh, no, we got to kick it away.
Not so fast, Coach.
Ah, man.
Yep.
I was thinking they covered it for a touchdown. He caught it right there by that line.
Yep.
I was thinking they scored the touchdown. Yep.
Unfortunately, we're going to be punting the ball back to them.
I think my baseball just showed, didn't it?
So we're going to need to practice this again.
Yeah. Well, that's warm up for us too.
Not the way that we were looking to get a quick start
here.
Did
they get it at the 55-yard line? Oh, sorry. Inside joke, people.
We do not have the 55-yard line here at Madison City School Stadium.
Well, I hate it started that way. That guy came through clean and just Mama said knocked you out of the back of the end zone, didn't he?
He really did.
Just right out the back of the end zone.
It's 2 down. All right, let's reset and try it again. The Jets will now be kicking this from the 20, and we're blowing it dead. Let's see what happens here.
They're going to back us up.
I'm going to go on out of a limb here, and I'm going to say we did not have the correct number of men
on the line or whatever
on each side of the kicker.
That would look like we tried a little pooch kick there. Another 5-yard penalty back us up. Now we're going to be kicking from the 15.
Yeah, that's always tough, and I've never really understood that rule either. But
well, let's do this again. He's on the right hash there on the 15-yard line.
All right.
And still looks like a little pooch the way he's setting up.
Yeah, we're probably going to do that every time. It seems to be a strong suit. We did last week. So we got to get down the field quick on this. We make the tackle, but even so, Mountain Brook's going to have great field position right here to start their first drive. They're going to be in James Clemens territory starting the first drive at what looks like the 43.
Number 17 caught that. I'm not sure if that's Henry Bell or Jack King because there's 2 17s on this roster, but one of them caught it. Now we get to see Mr. Gamble there in the backfield, number 19.
He's a hoss. I mean, good-looking kid, very, very athletic-looking. He doesn't look super fast on film, but I promise you he's going to look faster than light in person.
James Cameron Adams, 46 in the backfield too, but they do a lot of shifting.
Tons of shifting, different formations, straight handoff to Gamble, and he's going to be brought down by those big guys up front.
So Nate ran him down from the backside right there, and he was just about to push through, and Nate reached out with that big old paw and grabbed him by the shoulder pad and just slung him.
And we talked about it. That's what Nate and Jalen can do is the range and the reach that they have. All right, now they're going to come trip, stack to the right side. They're going to throw it quick out here to a little screen. And look at the way we run that down.
Guess who? He doesn't have the yellow gloves on this year, but Mark Woods, we called that name a ton last year.
He's a player.
From that safety position, whether it's on run support, whether it's support like that. On the pass play, number 7's all over the place.
He's a player. Mountain Brook does such a good job at this right here. They can just do so many things and so easily. Third play, third different formation. Trips this side, but it's trips bunch now. Now they're going to shift into a different formation. Now it's quads to the far side. Another handoff to Gamble. He's eating up again, that front line.
Looks like big 91 Poe right there. He's worked his way down the line and found the running back.
I'll tell you what, Poe had a tough time pursuing in the first half last week, but his play got better as the game progressed. And if he pursues well down the line, he can really help us.
Well, that's not really his job even, you know?
Right. Tough play right there. Mountain Brook brings a man in motion. They motion that time to quads, which we've seen earlier in the play before. This time they fast motion to it, throw the screen out to the right side, and just time it really, really well, and then it's tough for the defense to run to it.
Made a guy miss. And
here they are again. 1st and 10 from the 11. They are threatening. Trips to the far side. They still pistol back, and now they're going to shift. Kind of an unbalanced look. Hand off to Gamble. He's just looking for a hole. This time he cuts back. Linebackers are there.
Yeah, Nate was there again, just missed him at the 10, slid right off of him. But we had, like we talked about earlier, because of that, the linebackers were running around free and were right behind him and brought him down.
Well, he's learning quickly. I mean,
about the 7.
He's gotten eaten up both times he's hit the perimeter or tried to hit kind of the power hole in that. That time he's looking for a cutback, and he might have gotten an extra yard out of it. 2nd down and about 6. Out of the quad set again. They're going to throw it.
Incomplete.
Yeah, I think it's an incomplete
They're scrambling
pass.
like it's a fumble, but I think that was forward.
Yeah, that time they kind of swung him out of the backfield. They swung him out of the backfield and tried to get him set up with those 4 receivers out there as blockers. I'm not sure they really had much of a play, even if he catches it, because we were screaming from the outside linebacker position.
It'll be interesting to see if they keep going the outside like that. I mean, with the pass plays worked. Look at this. Look how they're lined up now.
Yeah, they're going to keep giving you different looks. Okay, different set this time. They're going twins to the top side, the direct snap to Gamble. Yep.
So they set up there. It looked like a kindergarten line going to PE. I mean, they were in a straight line from the center all the way back. Every player, they jump out of that into a formation, into a wildcat, and direct snap to Gamble, and he takes it over the right side and goes in.
Yep, they had to do something different there. I mean, third and 3 while they're threatening. That's the first time we've seen them go to that formation. But they come out in the twins look, direct snap to Gamble. Get in the hands of your player, right?
Yeah. Well, here we are. You talked about it earlier in the game, that special teams, we didn't talk about it during pregame, but it may be a big part of what goes on here today. What do we have? We had a block punt. We had a flag on the kickoff after the safety.
Correct.
And then we have to pooch it down there. They got great field position and take it down, and now we're looking at a 9-0 deficit early in this game.
And that field position can mean everything, especially early on in the game like that. 9-0 lead for Mountain Brook with 8 minutes left in the first quarter. You're listening to James Clemens High School Football on PAS Plus.
Ever thought you'd like to have a nice privacy fence or deck, but thought it would be just too expensive? Think again. Woodard Decking and Fencing will have you throwing that backyard party before you know it. They offer top quality wood, wrought iron, aluminum, chain link, and vinyl fencing, along with decks of any style at affordable prices. They'll treat your yard as if it were their own. Commercial services are available too. Woodard Decking and Fencing. Look them up on Facebook and see what they can do for you. You can also give Darryl a call at 256-652-9234. Woodard Decking and Fencing.
Welcome back to James Clemens High School Football on PAS Plus. Your score is 9-0 Mountain Brook over the Jets. Mountain Brook now set to kick off. It's deep. Oh, this one's going to be in the end zone. No return on this one. James Clemens will be set, bringing it out. Follow PAS Network on Twitter, Instagram, and X. Look for PAS Network on Facebook. We'll keep you updated on scores via Score Stream tonight and all through the week.
On X. Just sounds weird.
Yeah, I'm still getting used to it myself. All right, here
somebody
comes the
said they were on X. You'd be worried about them back in the day.
Hey, I'm still worried about them. It's I look for it on my phone now, and I can't find it because I'm still used to the JetBlue logo with my little bird.
Do we tweet still?
I do.
We send out an X.
Ooh, that's a good question. Ask Elon.
Elon, where you at?
I'm not sure. Ask Burgess. He would know that kind of stuff. All right, here come the Jets. We're in an I formation now. One receiver coming across in motion. Straight handoff of the I backfield. He's huddled up in the back. Ooh, and the backside pursuit just eats him up.
Lost his helmet.
Yeah.
DJ Williams right there. You know, it looked like he ran into the back of our own guy and a couple of guys in white, and looked like he might bounce off right there, but he had nowhere to go because there was 3 more white guys in the backfield.
No, you're exactly right, Coach. His primary blocker just kind of got stuck there in the backfield, and he runs into him. By the time he spins off, the backside pursuit's already kind of squandering him up.
So now we'll see Cam Berry in the backfield. DJ has to come off because he's lost his helmet.
Second and very long. The Jets moving right to left. We've got 3 receivers on the far side. 1 receiver, Doty, to the near side. A single back with Marsh, who goes in motion. Marsh is looking to throw. He feels pressure quick.
No.
Oh, no. We saw Ty do that last week, too. Just look to
panic right there.
Panic to get rid of a ball and kind of throws it across your body. And that time he throws it to what he thought was maybe no man's land, but there's a guy out there just dives underneath it and scoops it up.
Yeah,
interception from
Mountain Brook. It's tough because you're off balance and falling backwards, trying to avoid that tackle right there, and he goes to flip it to a back out of the backfield. You know what I mean? And just there's no legs, right? So the ball doesn't come out good.
No,
it has a little wobble, and that. The defender jumped in there and made a nice diving catch to intercept that ball. Now they're back on our 9-yard line.
And great field position. This is just too easy right here. Mountain Brook comes out in a pro set, 1 receiver to each side. Fullback goes in motion. Is this Gamble again in the backfield? Wildcat look again. Same set they gave us on the touchdown. Nowhere to go. We totally fenced them in right there.
And again, that defensive line just stayed in our gaps.
That's exactly right.
Kept going with them. Linebackers filled, and there was 0 places to go.
No. Great fence drill job right there by the defensive front. Just staying with your gaps and going with your guy.
Here comes the kindergarten line again.
All right, 2 receivers to the far side, 1 here. Gamble still the Wildcat back. We're going to see the same look, same set. He goes for the perimeter now. He can't outrun him. He's going to be pushed out at about the 4.
Looked like Brody Stinson and Nathaniel Clayton out there, the cornerback.
Third and goal now from the 4.
Nathaniel Clayton's the one they call Tex. It's just weird saying his real name.
All right, now we're in a true pro set. 1 receiver to each side. Single back. Looking at the out route. Can't get it to him. Get it to him. It all happened too quick.
He almost would have been better served to go over the top of our defender. Defender was underneath him right there. Again, I think that was Tex again, right? And he cut him off to the front side, and there was no window there for him to throw in.
And truthfully, they want to circle that thing back to the corner, the top corner of the end zone. It wasn't a very well-run route, and we rushed it. The defender did a good job of staying underneath it.
You get to see their field goal team for the first time tonight.
Let's try and block this thing. Let's make a special teams play to our advantage. Oh, man, I thought we had a chance there.
Got a hand up near it, but they got in, so.
All right, it's up and good, and Mountain Brook's going to go up 12-0 over the Jets. Well, so far, Coach, I mean, 1 defensive stand when it was really critical. We had the big letdowns early, but some signs of life here.
Well, the big thing is we need to just calm down and breathe a little bit.
Offensively.
You know, we talked about, being controlled and consistent. Right now we're not doing either one of them.
No.
A little out of control with the passing game. We're not consistent with the blocking up front with the running game. And, there's a lot of game left. You start to go down early like this and very easily can snowball on you. You know what I mean? And so right now is when you got to breathe. The coaches got to be going, guys, just play.
Palms down right here.
Just play.
Palms down. Hey, one big play can make a huge difference right here.
That's right.
And so you're exactly right. Let's take a breath. Let's get under control right here, and let's look for the big play to happen. Let's handle ourselves in a good way. The Jets are going to be taking the kickoff right here.
Same guys back?
Same guys are back.
Dowdy and Coop?
Both can be playmakers. Not sure what we're waiting on right here.
TV timeout. We're on TV tonight, right? The NFHS game of the week or whatever it is.
We are. A lot of attention being put on this game between senior night and
where's the guy with the red hat? Right?
And
college games, you got the red hat guy telling you when the TV's ready?
Thursday night special. All right, here comes Mountain Brook. Kicking off from the 40. This one's going to go to Cooper.
No, it's Dowdy.
No, it's Dowdy. Doty, who's got a little bit of a crease. He made two guys miss, and then he gets roped down, but he gets this one out to about the 26. Pretty good field position to start here. Our best field position so far anyway.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Jets, calm and collected. We're going to get something going right here.
Be interesting to see what we do. I mean, is there going to be panic when we start throwing the ball around the yard, or are we going to stick to trying to get DJ going? I mean, I think at this point he's only had 2 touches.
You know, I think we've got to throw the football. I mean, obviously. Otherwise, like you said earlier, they are going to stack and run after DJ. Here we go. 3 receivers. Now we're going 3 receivers to the same side. Single back. There we go. Let's just throw the ball out and get something happening right here.
Oh, what a job by Coop right there.
That is
It looked like
job.
they did a great job of balling him up. You know, the defender on that side that was locked up on our receiver did a great job of staying there and holding him.
Yeah.
And the safety came over to help, but Coop made the safety miss and got a few yards out of that.
He did a great job of baiting him in where he wanted him. And let's not forget the block that's being put on by our receiver right there. Great job.
AJ right there, 18.
Forgive me for not seeing who
AJ
it was.
Little, I think.
I think that's what we need to do is help Ty get in a rhythm, give him some easy throws. Let's get the ball in our playmakers' hands and give them a chance to make some plays right here and take some pressure off of our offensive line. All right, 2nd and 5.
Little muddle huddle right there.
And they got a timeout. Jets take a timeout.
Took a long time in the huddle there.
Yeah, they did. Look for the monthly Play Action Sports column in Athens now. We'll update you on what's been happening in local sports news as well as upcoming games and events. The paper is free and available at businesses all around the area.
You know what I'm excited about? You know what I had before? Tzatziki's. We had a Tzatziki's meal before the game today.
We absolutely did. Speaking of, with our first time out, it's time for our
Tzatziki's timeout, I think.
Timeout with Tzatziki's.
Man, I'm going to tell you what. They did a great job. We had a little chicken gyro to start it off.
Good stuff, wasn't it? Go online to pasnetwork.net and enter your name for Timeout with Tzatziki's. And listen during the first timeout of each James Clemens game as we announce the winner of a $10 gift card from Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe just off Highway 72 in Madison.
So Tzatziki's is the timeout and the pregame meal. I mean, they are big time.
Tonight's winner is Ron Klein. You are the winner of a Tzatziki's $10 gift card. You are tonight's Tzatziki's timeout winner.
Way to go, Ron.
Attaboy, Ron.
Jets coming back and getting in that little muddle huddle up close to the line again.
The muddle huddle.
Isn't that what that's called?
Hey, I like it.
I saw that one time on TV.
I don't like it as well as the Tzatziki's we had earlier.
No.
That's what we... Sorry.
Ooh,
we had a jet
mask.
reverse. Fake the jet reverse, hand it off out of the pistol. Forgive me, guys. I'm usually in the far end seat. I get to give secondary commentary.
No, great job right there. I thought we had a face mask, but DJ, that's the one thing about DJ. He is not a large running back.
No, but he runs hard.
He bounces off people and is strong.
He's not a big guy, but there are times that he plays like a giant. I mean, he really
reminds
runs hard.
Emmett Smith. You're talking about my Cowboys before the game.
Coach.
He's kind of got that look to him. He's not a real big guy.
He's got that kind of build.
He doesn't get hit straight on a lot.
Here they come again. We're in an out backfield. They bring Doty around again, fake the jet reverse, and we're going to hand it off again. Another positive gain right here. This is all we have to do. You talked about consistency, right?
Yeah.
Just build that little consistency. Just keep moving the football in positive ways. We're at 2nd and 6 now. And this is all we have to do right here.
You know, going back to DJ, he's not the Sanders type that's start, stop, all that stuff. But, you know, growing up a Cowboys fan and in Texas, Emmett just didn't get hit straight on very often. He would just hit a crease, miss a guy. DJ's kind of that guy, and then he'd bounce off something and he's gone.
Same formation. We're going to do the same thing. We're bringing Doty in motion. We're going to hand it off again. Not much there. We're going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They got a little pressure on that left side right there and got in the backfield and didn't give him a chance to really get going.
Well, 3 times in a row, we bring the motion that way. We hand off. I mean, they're obviously protecting the perimeter. I mean, the coaches wanted to try and attack their perimeter. We're giving them a look, and they've been protecting it. That time they stayed underneath a little bit more. 3rd down and 6. Big down right here for the Jets. We need to keep this
odd
thing.
To see us in huddle after huddle and taking our time after last year, you know, because the offense was just so different.
Go. All right, we're stacked down to this side. Bring another back in motion. We're overloaded. Now 2 backs in motion. Now 3. We're shifted to the far inside now. Marsh looking to throw. Timeout taken by Coach McGee.
Well, that's the deal. If we're going to have that many shifts and motions,
we got to get out of the huddle.
We got to get out of the huddle. And I think that's what he's frustrated with right now.
Yeah.
Coach McGee looks frustrated that we're having to take our second time out already.
Well, we haven't seen the Jets do that. We haven't seen us line up and then shift and then shift and then shift and then shift. And it may have just been a ploy to try and draw Mountain Brook off sides right there.
Yeah, turn this long 3rd down into a short
very
one.
Short 3rd down. That's exactly right. All right, so what are we looking at right here? This is an important 3rd down.
Yeah, you'd like to get on their side of the 50.
Absolutely.
Right? Get this first down and get near the 50-yard line for the first time tonight, right? And then it starts to become interesting. What do you do on 4th down if you get on their side? We don't have a big leg kicker, obviously. So do you look at 4th down or do you pin them at this point? Because really the defense hasn't played bad. It's just they've been starting their drives have been started inside our 20. Right?
We're giving them, we've given them the field position. All right, here we go. 4 receiver set. We're spread out. Ty's looking to throw, feeling the pressure. He's going to roll out to his left,
man.
Looking for a man. Tries to throw just off that, kind of off the front foot in an awkward way.
Well, and for a right-handed quarterback running to his left, scrambling to his left, it's a tough throw.
That is a very tough throw.
Really athletic and flexible, and in your middle to do that. And
the unfortunate thing there is the defender fell down as he's coming out of the route there. But
the bad thing is Cooper was open early.
Yeah.
But he was too busy scrambling, and then by the time he looked up, the defender was coming back into the picture. And when Ty let go, I almost feel like maybe he let up thinking he didn't want to throw another pitch.
Maybe.
And then the defender falls down.
The defender's down. And
he fell after Ty went to throw it. So.
All right, we've punted this thing away.
Hey, not a bad-looking punt.
Fair catch called for, and Mountain Brook will take over their next possession at the 28.
Yeah, it looks like
29. The 29. Man,
we need a stop.
Yeah, we got to have another stop here. And we did have a stop last time. Again, defensively, we looked good last series. That's a tough stop to put them in that kind of position down here.
Well, the good thing is our offense did get a couple first downs right there that gave our defense a time to breathe.
A little bit of a break. All right, here comes Mountain Brook. 2 receivers to the far side. They're going to turn and hand it off. And the big man.
Boy, Nate came off that backside end almost untouched.
He looked untouched, yeah.
And the sad thing for the running back is Nate's about as fast as he is because he scooped him up in a hurry.
He did. He just ran him down.
Did he lose 3 right there?
It looks like it. So now we're looking 2nd and 13 for Mountain Brook. They're going to go 2 receivers to this side. Still in a pistol look. Turn, fakes the handoff. He's looking to throw. He's got a man way downfield. He's behind everybody, reaches out with one arm, and could not bring it in.
I'm going to tell you this.
He had beaten all 3 deep defenders.
If their receiver Number 21 right there. It's either Brooks or Sanderson.
If he's 3 inches taller, Coach.
Or he just keeps running. I feel like he stopped and
jumped.
You think
he gave up? Yeah, you might be right.
I think if he just keeps running to the end zone, he may run underneath it.
You might be right.
But you see receivers do that a lot. They don't think they can get there, and they stop and try to go up after the ball, and it just sails. I mean, because he got his hand on it.
We brought the big man out from nose tackle for this 3rd and 13. Mountain Brook's got 2 receivers to this side. They're going to move the heavy shift down. And flag comes down. Did we jump?
We leaned, but we did not jump. Looks like they're going to call them for a false start.
And it's possible. They sure did. That's big for the Jets right here.
Something happened on that shift that they didn't like.
So, interesting. Last week, I didn't see them bring Poe, the big man there playing nose tackle. They didn't bring him out in big pass rush situations, which we weren't in a ton of 3rd and long.
Well, we got
here we are in
Tank Ezel in his
very long 3rd down. They're going to roll this way.
Got a hold.
I believe you're right, Coach. It's going to be a hold. The pass was over.
A little extra action on the sideline right there.
With Coach McGee?
Well, I think he was in there grabbing people. But number 6, old Bryson Dowdell, who had the big pick to end the game last week, came over there, and I don't know that he'd have caught it anyway, but, boy, he came across there and broke it up right there on the sideline.
Let's see what the call is going to be right here.
It's got to be a holding back there, you would think.
From the position of the flag, you would think so.
But now this is going to be 4th if we decline it, correct?
That would be. But Poe's coming back into the game here.
Yeah, Tank Ezel, they call him.
Wait a minute. So the penalties decline, so we got 4th down. Mountain Brook's going to have to punt this ball away.
Well, here comes Poe again. He's getting his conditioning.
He's getting his conditioning in the first half. We are still in the first quarter. Mountain Brook leads James Clemens 12-0. 3:11 left in the first quarter, actually. Mountain Brook's going to be punting this ball away from the 21-yard line.
Boy, it'd be nice to get a little bit of a return right here and start inside
just
there.
Just start on the opposite 50, right? Here we go. Punts away. Oh, it's short. It's high, but it's short.
Oh, my gosh.
Ty, let that thing go. He took his eyes off of it. That ball hung up there so long, he camped out under it, and he looked down to see where the coverage team was. He looked up to see where the coverage team was, and then when he put his eyes up back on the ball, he couldn't find it.
And the sad truth is, if he catches that right there, there's not a whole lot of white there. There's at least 10 yards between.
He makes one move. He makes one guy miss, and I think he's got a great chance at a return right there. Yep. Hey, stick around for the post-game show when we're done tonight, as we will announce our Mellow Mushroom Player of the Night. Our featured Jet will get a gift card from Mellow Mushroom. Here come the Jets now on offense again. We're going to motion to 3 receivers. We're going to throw it in the backfield right there. Oh, we missed a block, and Dowdy's going to be wrapped up in the backfield. We've got to stop initiating drives behind the chains.
Well, and this is something, and it could be setting it up later in the game. You saw the Gardendale game last week. I wasn't able to go down, but, where Ty was at his strongest was those little slant routes and posts.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen us even attempt that yet. And it may be something they're doing defensively. It may be something the offense is setting up for later. But
well, take it back, Coach. First series you did. Remember the first play out here where the guy's playing off of him, and he sticks his foot in the ground in a short. Hey, we get that.
Well,
that's the only one that we've seen. But you're right. No slants to the inside. That's exactly right.
Inside the hashes. Yep. Boy, he was accurate. Yep. And it may just be the way they're defending it,
Now that good play right there.
Looked like they were trying right there to do it.
You might be right. We had a pro set right there. Receivers take off on the outside. We had a move to the inside. Ty couldn't see anything. He kind of tucks the ball and picks up some yardage right now. So now we're at 3rd and 7 for the Jets. Eggert comes out of the game.
Well, that's a guy we got to get in the game.
Yeah. Use that big frame. Use that long reach. All right, we're going to have 2 receivers to this side. Single back next to Marsh. Marsh looking to throw. He dumps it. It's caught.
It's going to be short.
It's going to be short, about 2 yards short.
Marsh is frustrated. There was some miscommunication there on what the play was between him and maybe Doty.
I feel like Ty is a little frustrated overall, but I almost feel like Ty is seeing pressure that's not quite there.
I agree.
He's getting some happy feet early. 4th and 2, and the Jets are going to go for it. We got 2 receivers to the top side, one here, a single back next to Marsh. He signals. Now he's backing up. We're going to quick kick. And a nice quick kick. We're going to flip field position here. The ball's rolling, still rolling. It's inside the 20, down to about the 16, now the 15.
Right on the 15.
Right on the yard line, and that's where the Jets are going to down it. Yep. That's a good call right there. We had a chance to quick kick.
Well, we saw them do that a lot with Gio last year.
Yeah, and that's a smart call.
See what we get. See if we can get them to jump with a hard count and then just back him up a few yards and let him kick it.
Yeah, it's a good call right there. I mean, if you get a chance to draw him off and get an easy first down, do it. If you can't, back him up. No, going back to Ty, he got pressured a lot early, maybe those first 3-4 pass plays. And then ever since, I think he feels like there's pressure coming that isn't quite there yet, and maybe he's rushing his reads too quickly.
Well, and when he was at his best last year, the little bit we saw him, his feet were set up
in
under
that
him,
pocket.
And
That's
so
right.
far, I don't know if I've seen him make a pass with his feet under him.
Not yet. Here comes Mountain Brook again. They're going to hand off to Gamble, which they love to do, and he is just getting eaten up by a sea of blue. Those big guys are not giving him anything. We said that was going to be a key. If we can stop 19 at the yard of, or at the
point of attack?
At the
point of attack?
At the scrimmage line.
There we go.
Then we're going to have a chance. 24 seconds and counting. Looks like Mountain Brook might let this first quarter run out.
Looks that way. They're just standing there staring at the sidelines. Really, with the lead they've got, there's no sense in hurrying it.
No,
right?
No sense in hurrying right here. They're going to have 2nd and 7, and I believe that's what they're going to do. They're going to let this first quarter run out, and we will do the same. All right. When we come back, we'll pick up in the second quarter. You're listening to James Clemens High School Football on PAS Plus.
North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately, avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously. Attention all you James Clemens football fans out there. Play Action Sports and Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe are teaming up to bring you Time Out with Taziki's. Listen to James Clemens football from Play Action Sports, and during the first time out of every game, we'll announce the winner of a $10 gift certificate from Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe in Madison. Just go to PASnetwork.net, enter your name, and you may be our next winner. Time Out with Taziki's from Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe and Play Action Sports.
Welcome back to James Clemens High School Football. We are beginning our second quarter. Mountain Brook still leads James Clemens 12-0. We begin the second quarter with Mountain Brook coming out right to left.
Looks like 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8. 2nd and 7 maybe. 2nd and 7. Let's go with 7. Let's go with 7, Coach. Mountain Brook's going from 3 receivers to the top side. We got trips to the top side. They're in a pistol look. Oh, straight dive that time to Gamble. Coach, their run game is just getting eaten up. That big defensive line, those guys up front.
Jalen Brown right there. Finally got to call his name tonight. Big number 93 just manhandled some people.
You know what? And credit Big Poe, man. I mean, he's kind of holding two gaps.
Well, we touched
right
on this
there.
earlier. His job's not necessarily pursuit; it's to take up
occupy
space,
gaps. Yeah, and
make two people get
it.
on him, occupy two people.
He's doing it.
Did a great job right there with that.
They bring him out because of a 3rd and 7 now. Mountain Brook's still going to go trips to the far side. They shift the back up to a slot position. Single. Oh, what a break in coverage right there. Oh, my goodness.
Who? I don't even know who's supposed to be on that guy.
Well, that's just I'm not sure we did either, Coach. That's just a break out there. I mean, we've got guys out there, they snap it quick, and you got 3 receivers that go different directions, and somebody just didn't pick him up. Greatly executed by Mountain Brook. Just get to the sticks and sit down. This time, trips to the near side. They throw a little screen out. Oh, we got a flag down there right before the tackle.
Possibly a hold. We got that little screen pass out to the right of that trips formation, and it looks like we may get a hold on one of their receivers.
That'd be a break for us on first down and start them behind the chains instead of the way we've been starting behind the chains.
Coach McGee doesn't look too happy. That may not. What do we got?
It looks like Coach McGee's wanting the hold call.
A lot of discussion. Nope, they're going backwards.
They're backing them up.
Back up, Terry. You know it's back football season when we hear that on the loudspeaker, right? Back up, Terry.
Clay Coleman and the wonderful job that he does over here on the
Freak
PA.
Daddy. All right, here we go. First and long.
Mountain Brook, another one of these crazy set. Now we got trips bunched right here on the end of the line. Single back. Look, they're going to motion him out, motion Gamble out. Look for them to throw to him. Nope, they fake it to him. They pump, and now they got a man wide open. Outside the hash, near the sideline. He's going to cut back inside. He's at the middle of the field, and he's got some blockers. He's run down from behind. Fumble.
They called it a fumble, too.
Rule it a fumble?
And I think
yes,
we're
they
on
did.
it.
Nope.
Not one guy over here saying he's down. We had one beanbag fly and 2 guys pointing to the ground. Boy, again, another blown coverage right there on the sideline. Same area that they got us a minute ago.
And that's what we talked about in pregame. Mountain Brook can do so much with their formations, and then what they can do with misdirection. They're doing it with receivers and routes right now. Coach, when they go to their dime and backfield, and I look for them to do it because of the way we're shutting the run game down. When they go to their dime and backfield, they got 4 backs and they all go different directions. And you don't know what your keys are. Here they go, trips to the far side again. This time they're going to straight hand off to Gamble. He's going to try and attack the perimeter.
Good job of
Dowdell
right there on Dowdell coming up and run support from the corner.
Just almost went up there and just easily bumped him out of bounds, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. I thought we might get a hold right there on Nate Jennings, but I guess he had just enough arm in front of him to keep it from being one. Nate was trying to get the call. Little showman right there.
If I had to block Nate, I'm going to hold him every play.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 2 receivers to the top side, but there's bunched. We shift out of the pistol, shift Gamble into the pistol. Straight hand off to Gamble. We're going to attack the perimeter again, and look at Koss.
Boy, get him on the ground now. Boy, Jalen Brown was in the backfield.
He
like
really was.
Like 4 yards, almost at the handoff, and he just slid right off the running back, and luckily we had another guy there to fill the gap behind him.
That's impressive. That's why the guys in SEC commit, because Gamble took the handoff, and he looks up, and he thinks he's got the perimeter. And the next thing you know, there's a defensive lineman that's got him nearly wrapped up.
Yeah.
He didn't make the tackle, but he held him up for other guys to get there. Here we go, Mountain Brook, 3rd and 5. Shift out of the pistol. Quarterback's alone back there. It's an empty backfield. He rolls to his right. Ooh, had the guy at the sticks again. He sits down at the sticks, and we're still not there to cover it.
I don't know if that's Brody Stinson on the safety supposed to be there, if the outside linebacker supposed to fill that flat right there, but they are wearing us out on that right sideline flat.
Yeah, Coach, I can't tell you what coverage we're in, to be honest with you. But we forced another 4th down.
Big one right here.
Yeah, it is big. And they're within, they're at the 36-yard line, so I'm curious to see what they're going to do right here.
Yeah, there may be 2 plays right here.
Well, they're looking at punt, but what are they going to do with it? We're having some confusion on the return team side right here. All right, they're just going to pooch it over. Well,
about the
that's
22.
all they wanted to do. Just back us up a little bit.
Boy, we are out of
confident.
sorts.
They feel confident in backing us up right here.
We left our defense on the field right there, but it looked like Brody Stinson came off, and they were trying to scramble him back on.
Well, either way, that's a big stop for the Jets. That stop sponsored by Woodard Decking and Fencing. Huge defensive stop right there by the Jets. And we appreciate Woodard Decking and Fencing.
New sponsor, I think, right there, right? Yeah. Thanks for coming on board with Jets football.
let's see what the Jets offense can put together. Second quarter, we got to do something right here. One receiver to the far side. We've been successful. Straight eye backfield. We're going to false start. Oh, we had a play too.
Yep, had a little crease right there for DJ, but
well, we were doing something different. It looked like right there. Our entire offensive line just got on a train track. It looked like zone blocking scheme because they were on a train track right there in unison.
Well, the problem is the caboose started early.
It
doesn't work well.
Never a good thing for the train.
Look like old Derek Thomas over there and those guys on the end. Back in.
Thomas starting. Same set. Slot to this side. Long zone handoff.
Nowhere to go.
The timing on that play was really disrupted somehow.
He's trying to come to the right side right there, and there was just nowhere to go. It took a long time to get the ball to him. And then all of a sudden he tried to cut back, and there was a guy standing there waiting on him.
Yeah.
And he had to dance around, and by the time he danced, it was over.
And we're behind the chains again. 2nd and 13 for the Jets.
Well, we know we're probably going to have to throw here at some point, unless they just try to get us a shorter third down attempt.
All right. Dub set or an ace set. We've got 2 receivers wide to each side. Single back. Marsh is going to roll to his left. He kind of throws off his back foot, and it's just out of bounds. The receiver was run out of bounds. The throw goes long out of bounds, and there's a flag that comes in after the play.
And again, I'm not a football expert. Don't claim to be, but I don't really like Marsh rolling to his left and trying to throw.
It's tough, and especially when you're already on the left hash. You kind of want to roll him to the area where he's got more room to look and room to throw. And to your point, it's a little bit easier for that right-handed quarterback to look this way.
Well, just the type of athlete, I'm not knocking him as a terrible athlete.
No,
Lord,
absolutely not.
One of the best baseball players I've got, yes. Right? But just you have to be really, really athletic and flexible and all those things to roll to your left and make that throw back with that right hand. And, I just don't see him being built that way. To be consistent.
I agree with you 100%.
In the pocket, roll to the right. I know you got to show both sides, but we seem to go to that way a lot tonight.
The only way to help that is to bring an offensive lineman with him and get a kick-out block where he's allowed to set his feet.
Reset. There you go.
Throw. Yep.
But again, Coach Truitt knows a lot more football than I do, so sorry, Coach Truitt.
All right. A penalty helps us out. The Jets have a first down. We're now at the 34. I formation. Marsh turns and hands it off. We've got a little bit of a crease this time. He's met at the 40, picks up some yardage.
Looked like about 6 right there. DJ did a good job of a little cutback and seeing that seam there where he could get through. And, again, they look like that zone blocking to the left that time with DT as the locomotive instead of the caboose. And we cut back and went the other direction off of all those guys.
I'm a big believer in that. Let's go that way. And positive yards on first down helps you out so much. It opens your play calling. Here we go now. One receiver to the top side. Slot to this side. I formation. Marsh under center. He's going to turn, hand off again. Coming this way. Oh, it got eat up. And we're going to lose yards. Man, that thing got blown up in the front and the back.
Well, it looks like we're almost back to the original line of scrimmage and be a 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10, somewhere in there.
3rd and 9 it looks like.
Well, the tight end on this side just got blown up.
Yeah.
And he was in the backfield and disrupted the whole thing.
Well, and the guy had a cutback lane completely covered up. So when DJ goes to cut back, it's over.
It looked like we were trying to kick that guy with the end.
We wanted to kick him out.
If he run inside of him.
If he runs upfield, take him the way he wants to go, and we can run inside of him.
And that guy just bull rushed our tight end back into the gap.
Mountain Brook is physical. They're very, very disciplined, as you mentioned, and they're physical. 2 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom, single back with Marsh, who's in the shotgun. And flag down way back here in the defensive secondary. Oh, delay a game.
Well, we talked about getting out of the huddle a little late and finally bit us right there. Ty's got to do a better job of getting us out of that in a hurry. With the clock in front of us and all those things.
Man.
And I don't know if it's a play call coming in late or we're just taking our time.
Well, I was trying to watch. We've got tons of signals coming in. And again, you mentioned the new offense, and we're trying to do some different things this week too to disrupt Mountain Brook. We're just discombobulated right now. Marsh looking to throw. He's got a man. Made the catch. He makes one move, and he's got a first down.
A.J. Little right there did a good job of sitting down in that soft spot. Had a little zone working. Looked like cover 2, and he sat down in that zone on the sideline, and Ty did a good job of hitting him and then making a guy miss to get the first down.
And that's the Ty Marsh that we've seen before. There wasn't much of a zone there to hit, but he had just the right timing in the window to hit it. The guy Little makes one guy miss, picks up another yard or two, and he's got his first down.
And his feet were set when he threw that ball.
Yes, absolutely. And Ty will throw that ball more times than not when his feet are set. Here we go. One receiver to the top, slot to the bottom. He's going to turn the hand off. We're zoning again. That cutback's not there.
Cam Berry right there, new running back in, giving DJ a breather.
We've got to cut off the backside, and we're not doing a very good job of sealing that backside.
Well, we've seen that from them on offense, too. We've let Nate and Jalen and those guys from the backside get to their running back. Yep. So something that's got to be cleaned up here for us to get back in this ball game.
Yeah, you can get away with that against maybe some subpar teams or some average teams. Not against good defensive lines. You've got to clean up that cutback lane. 2nd and 9. Jets have 2 receivers, or a slot and 1 receiver to this side. They're going to come and hand off this way. Same thing. Cutback gives him a yard or two, but not too much.
He's trying to figure out. Ty went running up there to the bunch for the tackle, but I think he thought our guys were getting into it. He's trying to save us from a flag.
Ty thought there was some more commotion going on.
Well, that's good leadership right there. Go take care of you guys. Make sure we don't do anything stupid.
All right, we're in a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4 maybe. We'll call it 3rd and 4.5.
That sounds good to me.
3rd and 4.5 it is. I've never been great at math. We're going to try a little bit of a bunch ourselves. We got trips bunched to this side. One back to this side also. Marsh is going to look to throw. Set your feet, Ty. He's going to tuck it. Look. Oh, he couldn't make up his mind. It really looked like he couldn't make up his mind. He wanted to throw. He wanted to run.
Yeah,
he gets
the
back
pocket kind of collapsed, and if he could have stepped up in that middle where he found some space to run a little bit, I think all of a sudden we had a few guys open over here on the side. And
he saw it, but I think he just saw it too late. Yeah. So he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and we're going to take a timeout here and figure out what we're going to do on the sideline. This is actually a big 4th down. I mean, 4th and 4 or 4.5. 5:26 left in the second quarter. We want to get points on the board before halftime.
No doubt. And we're headed that way. We're starting to get some things going, then we'll back up. We'll start.
Yeah.
Hey, what about our game? You want to talk about our game one more time we're playing tonight?
That's a good point. We do have a game. For those of you that follow us on social media, you know already. For those of you who don't, all right,
we'll chillability.
Listen for the Chillaby in-flight movie quote during our James Clemens coverage. We're going to sneak in a movie quote at some point as part of our play-by-play commentary. And if you know what movie it's from, text your name and the answer to 256-434-1PAS. That's 434-11727. And you could win a $10 credit to Chillaby Dessert Bar in Madison. All right, here come the Jets. 3 receivers, 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Looks like we're going to quick kick it again. Oh, short kick. Short kick. Grab that ball.
It's interesting right there. I know we backed up in that short kick, but as soon as we backed up, their corner on that far side ran back and left our wide receiver wide open up there. It'd be interesting to see if anybody noticed that. If they snap it to Ty in that deeper deal and get it out to that wide receiver, it's an easy 3 or 4
thing.
Yeah, easy first down right there.
Something to note for later. Gosh, really wanted to get some points on the board before half. If we could get a big stop here or a turnover. Mountain Brook now moving right to left. They're going to zip this thing out. Great pursuit.
Oh, got enough of him right there.
Big play right there. I mean, that's a big flag coming in late. That's going to be on the Spartans.
Wow. One of those big linemen blocking way downfield looked like, and got a little extracurricular coming off one of our safeties.
That fullback that motioned out to a slot guy had went out there long, blocking on one of our DBs. It's a physical game, Coach.
It is a physical game.
I mean,
First and 5 is the offense. 50-yard penalty for the second half.
Well, that's good, backing them up.
Mountain Brook head coach Chris Yeager not happy with that either. I mean, he's not happy, but he's unhappy with the officials on that.
Well, I didn't see exactly what went on, but all our guys reacted to whatever happened.
Well, I can tell you, he was locked on to our DB, and after the whistle, he took the liberty of shoving him down.
Oh, okay. Well,
unrelated to the play.
Some coaches may be patting him on the back and say, just let up a little sooner next time.
Well, you know.
But block to the whistle, right? That's what they're taught.
Or the echo of the whistle. Here we go. We're going to shift to the trips down here.
Yeah.
Oh, we had a little early movement. We got a flag down for that, too.
46 right there. James Cameron Adams looked like a tight end right there. He got a little jumpy on that left end.
Hey, this is big for the Jets now, okay? It's still first down Mountain Brook, but we're backing up even further. Look, I can't even count my yardage at this point. So 10,
20,
25, 26.
26 yards.
And he gave him a loss of down. 2nd and 26? How'd we lose down?
Not sure.
That can't be right.
Well, maybe this play earlier was after the play.
Okay, here we go. 2nd and 26. Fakes the handoff. We're going to throw the screen. We got good coverage out here. We're rounding him up. The Jets come to hit, too.
Pursuit.
Look at that.
Who is that?
Oh, guess
Jalen
who?
Ruffin. Man, they did a great job. Who is this corner? Is that Dowdell out here?
He held him up.
His guy blocker up right into the path, and in the pursuit of about 4 Jets and JetBlue right there. And I'm talking about Jalen Ruffin put it on him.
Ran the alley and came in there hard. They come after them Spartans like true gladiators.
True gladiators. Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? Here we go. 3rd and very long. They're going to hand it off, and he's eaten up.
Big Poe.
He is eaten up. Poe got Nate Jennings in there, too.
Yeah.
Hey, credit all the defensive line right there.
4th and forever.
4th and more than I can count, folks.
Well, and their punter's going to be lined up right just outside there, about the 1-yard line. So you're going to better hope they get a good snap and a kickoff right here. It's kind of where a similar situation when we got the one punted
similar to our first, very similar to our first punt. It's going to be really short. Get away from this thing. Get away.
Oh, yeah. Keep going.
Oh, we're going to have great field position here.
About the 34, maybe?
This is going to be our best
33.
chance. This is going to be our best chance of the half right here to put some points on the board. Tune in to the Play Action Sports Update 3 times each weekday for your school, youth, and amateur sports news from Limestone County area on 1080 AM WKAC. As the Jets come out right here, 3:02 left in the first half. The Jets have the ball on the 34-yard line. Receiver in motion. Marsh looking to throw. He's going to roll to his right. He takes a long shot downfield. Oh,
that's
just over the head.
Got a flag, too. He got hit right after he threw, and just a little too much on the line right there. Eggert couldn't get under it.
Just over the head of Logan Eggert. Right on the back of the end zone.
But again,
got a holding.
Stepped out. Feet set even with the guy in his feet, and really had some zip on that pass.
Yeah.
First one with some zip we've seen tonight.
Yeah, when he resets his feet, he does a good job. I mean, he just throws a pretty ball. He usually finds the right read. He does a good job.
So backs us up. Ooh, big. Almost a 1st and 20.
Three receivers to the near side. Marsh fakes the handoff. He's looking, deep again.
Now nobody's back there.
And he throws it right into the arms of a defender, right in the middle of the field.
I'm not sure what happened there. You had 2 receivers in the same area, right down the middle, and one looked like they were coming in and cut out, and the other one didn't cut into the inside, and just a confusing. Everybody's looking at each other with their palms in the air like, what just happened?
Yeah. Obviously, I mean, surely Marsh was expecting his receiver to undercut that.
One of them, because there was two there. You had two guys inside the hash, 30 yards, 40 yards down the field.
Yeah, but he
so
threw
something
it
wasn't right
into the waiting arms of the safety there for Mountain Brook. I mean, that was a gift. And now Mountain Brook is going to take over. Here they are on their 8, coming out. And he's corralled. Do we have a safety?
No.
They're going to
get forward momentum right there. Oh, God, he gave him all the way to the 6.
He sure did. That's a generous spot. I thought we had him inside the 5.
Old Freak Daddy trying to call out the student section, getting loud since we're right down on that end, huh?
That's a good call. We need him to get loud right here. 2nd and 11, 2nd and 12. Mountain Brook with 2 receivers to the top. Quarterback hands it off in the end zone. He's coming out hard. Man, that's a good hard run right there.
Yeah, because he did not have much space, but he did gain.
He had to come out, but yeah, he picked up some
6
yardage.
yards right there. More than it looked like.
I think he picks up 4. Could be 3rd and 8 now.
Big play. We need to get this ball back in good field position, have a shot here with just a little bit of time left.
Yeah, I mean, we've squandered away 2 shots, 2 opportunities, 2 good opportunities to get points on the board. If we can give ourselves one more. Here we go, Gamble again, trying to get out to the edge. He's going to be stopped short. And Mountain Brook's going to be forced to punt this ball away.
Be interesting. Did we use our 3rd timeout already?
Well, I know we used 2 because we used them fairly early. Looks like there's our 3rd right there.
Yeah, I was wondering why we hadn't called it. Go ahead and stop that clock and make them punt. And they did on cue.
Man, it's disheartening when you've had, like I said, 2 opportunities. One really good one right there when you have really good field position. You're inside the 35. You got a chance to score right there, put points on the board. A 12-7 game going in the half. Much, much different than a 12-0 game going in the half. I mean, just to have some success,
you're only 2 scores down.
Exactly. So having some momentum going in to halftime is a huge momentum builder. So that's really disheartening to squander that away. Even more disheartening is if you're able to put something on here. But,
and we got a kick coming out of halftime. So getting something right here would be important.
It would be huge because you know that Mountain Brook's going to get the ball coming back out of halftime. But opportunities, man, we've squandered what opportunities we've had. However, huge by our defense to play as well as they've had and keep Mountain Brook off the board since early in the first quarter. Big Nate putting the pressure on. All right, here comes Ty trying to make a play. He's going to make a return.
Hold on to the ball.
Hold on, Ty. He's coming across. He's at the 10.
He's in.
The 5. He scored. Touchdown, James Clemens. What a big play. We just talked about we need something right there to happen. Ty takes that ball between the 40 and the 45 on that short punt, and he's got guys all around him.
Man,
but he finds a seam, cuts back to the near hash, and then just outruns 3 or 4 guys to the corner of the end zone.
Well, two things big. Earlier, we had the one where he could have caught it and really saved us some field position. He let it fall.
Yes.
That one, he was covered in traffic.
He came up to get it, too.
He came and got it, caught it on the run. And then the other thing I noticed, we had 2 guys that were sealing the block right there to get him in the end zone. Did a great job of continuing to play the game.
Yes. Yep.
Extra point's good.
We add the extra point, and we just talked about 12-7. That's a big difference. Big difference than 12-0. Now we're only 1 score down.
Yeah, that's huge right there.
54 seconds, 54-9 to be exact, left in the first half. Big play right there. Hey, and all of a sudden, everything flipped. We go from being disheartened to the big play puts us in a good position right there.
Well, and exactly what you need going into halftime, a momentum shift.
Yeah.
Things have been stagnant. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong when it comes to field position and the way the offense has gone. Now, the offense still hasn't done anything because we scored that by doing
the special
punt
teams,
return.
right?
And you mentioned that in pregame, right? So, big momentum swing with 54 seconds left.
Yeah, that's huge.
Now we got to hold them.
Yeah,
don't let anything happen in the last 54 seconds.
But we talked about consistency. Defense has been consistent.
Absolutely.
Let's stay that way, right?
Absolutely.
We talked about the tale of two halves with our defense last week. That's what we need out of them. Let's stay consistent with our defense, and surely we're going to make adjustments with our offense. All right, the Jets ready to kick off now. We're going to sky kick this one over. Ooh, okay. Two guys fighting over. Here we go. We're in coverage. Good coverage by the Jets, and we're going to take this one down about to 30. Good gang tackling about to 30.
Well, Brody Stinson there tried to rip that ball out, and I thought he got it there for a second, the way he reacted. But good job of holding on.
You bring up Brody. That's a guy that's impressed me. Really came on last year. Just plays hard.
He does.
Not the most athletic guy in the world. Runs the alley well. Covers well. Just
kid.
Sticks his nose in there. Yeah, he shows grittiness, toughness. He's one of those guys that's going to do what he's coached to do.
That's right.
And he's going to do it pretty well. He's going to go hard.
That's right. And I saw the other day he's got a Birmingham Southern offer right now.
Good for him.
Good for him for having an opportunity if he wants to keep playing.
That's right. All right, Mountain Brook comes out this time in another set that we haven't seen. All right, 5 receivers, empty set for the quarterback. He's going to sling it out quick. Oh, ball bounces.
Pass.
Yeah.
I don't think that's legal unless you're on the hardwood. Dr. Kerry Donaldson.
In the booth.
He's in the booth.
He knows
He's
about
the guy
that hardwood.
He knows passing that hardwood.
He probably no-look bounce pass, didn't he?
He's a sandbagger. He'll sit on the bench when people are tired, but that's a whole other story. I don't know if we can get into tonight.
Mountain Brook now in an ace set. Ace set, back's kind of wide, so they're not handing this one off. Looking to throw. Oh,
hit him in a bad spot.
We talked about right in the hands. Perfect with the set with the numbers, right? We talked about momentum and all that shifting, right? Those are two. That's a throw. First play, a throw that he hadn't missed. Now he bounces it. That's a catch that those guys haven't missed, and he drops it perfectly, right? So now the Spartans looking to make plays.
Well, the good thing about everything that happened early is they feel like they're in total control.
They were.
And all of a sudden, one play happens, and they're like, oh, crap,
everything flips.
We're one score from being behind.
That's right. All right, here we go. Now we got pistol look, 2 receivers to the top side. They're going to hand this off and run the clock. And he's eaten up again by that defensive front, 42, DJ Davis.
He's a guy we're going to call a lot this year.
4th down. We're out of timeouts. Mountain Brook doesn't want to keep playing. They want to end this half just as badly as anybody right now.
Well, this will be it because the play clock hadn't even started. So
they're ready to end this right now. Big play there at the end of the half for the James Clemens Jets. Special teams helping us out. The phase of the game we did mention there late that could be a huge factor. And that's going to officially end the first half. Mountain Brook leads the James Clemens Jets, but only of a score of 12-7. All right? When we come back, special guest interview time.
Oh, yeah.
All right?
Dr. Kerry Donaldson. The man, the myth, the legend.
After this break,
the glamtastic leader of the James Clemens Jets.
Right now, you're listening to James Clemens High School Football on PAS Plus.
Time for our Play Action Sports Sideline Shout-Out. A tip of the hat from the head coaches to their assistants on the sidelines.
Coach Laney Rich has been with us this second year. Was able to get him last year as well. He coached up in Tennessee, retired in Tennessee, brings a lot of experience. Helps me do a lot of things around here, jobs that get overlooked that's outside of the football things that we do here. We say sweeping the shed. He's that guy that does that. And tremendous to have him on board. He's a good sounding board for us. He's been around a while. Anytime I always need some advice, he's there for it. But he works with our tight ends and does a really good job with those guys. Tremendous asset to our program.
That's tonight's Sideline Shout-Out. We'll be back with a halftime show after this from Play Action Sports.
Bankston Motorhomes, with locations in Alabama and Tennessee, carries an extensive inventory of motorhomes, including Class A diesel, Class A, Class B, and Class C motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and tent campers from manufacturers like Tiffin Motorhomes, Fleetwood, Forest River, and many more. Bankston Motorhomes also has an experienced service department to help you with any service work or parts or accessories you need. Bankston Motorhomes, Huntsville, Florence, Albertville, Ardmore, and Nashville, helping families like yours build memories for over 40 years. Call 1-800-624-2899 or visit them online at bankstonmotorhomes.com.
North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately, avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously. Mellow, a state of mind, a culture, a way of being, and the philosophy behind Mellow Mushroom Pizza Bakers. Since 1974, their mission has been to provide delicious food in a fun and creative environment. The originators of hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza, Mellow Mushroom makes their pies with high-quality, fresh ingredients to elevate the dining experience. So mellow out at Mellow Mushroom, a higher order of pizza in Huntsville at 470 Providence, Maine, and 2230 Cecil Ashburn in Jones Valley. Applebee's Tailgate Talk wants to recognize our local athletes, and you can help. Go to tailgatetalk.net throughout the school year to vote for the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. The winner will receive a gift card from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and a t-shirt from Gotcha Covered Screen Printing and more. Submit your own nominations for future polls, too. While you're there, check out the Tailgate Talk archives and see what you might have missed. That's the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. Cast your vote today from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and 1080 WKAC.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football here at halftime. The Jets trail the Spartans of Mountain Brook 12-7. Had a big punt return there at the end of the half to get a momentum shift. We got a winner, our Chilla Bay in-flight movie quote, Terry Hilliard. Terry Hilliard, you are the winner tonight. You correctly guessed our quote of, "Are you not entertained?" from the movie Gladiator. So congratulations to Terry. You will win a $10 credit to Chilla Bay Dessert Bar in Madison. Johnny Johnson here, excited to do this interview at halftime with now officially the head man.
It's official.
We had this gentleman on during the spring game as the interim, I believe.
Yes,
and now
indeed.
Dr. Kerry Donaldson joins us as the principal
Absolutely.
of James Clemens.
I'm very excited.
JC
Is the place to be.
is the place to be.
Yes, indeed.
Dr. Donaldson, thanks for coming on, or Dr. D, as all of us love to call you.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
How exciting is it, you went into that thing as the interim, not
Yes.
sure exactly what your role would be or how
Yes.
that thing would work out. I think at even one point you're like, I don't think I'm going to be that guy.
Yeah.
And then here we are.
Here we are.
So,
I had no idea.
so take us through that process, not necessarily the process you getting hired, but just the excitement of you taking over, or maybe not excitement because you took on that. The Rise Academy is still going on.
Yes.
So until you filled all those spots with assistants and all that, you had a lot on your plate.
Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir.
So take me through that. How you feel about everything?
Oh, actually, I feel really great. So, Coach, I had you to have my back, and I already knew the great staff, and so got a great admin team. So when I jumped into the role as a interim, of course, I was on Rise Academy, Alternative School, and JC, but I had. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you my fantastic, fabulous five. I got the McNarvelous Miller, the Fantabulous Flanagan, the Magnificent McCants, Gauntlet the Great, and I got the one and only the AD, the Wonderful Watts.
So
so they all came, and we worked together, and they helped me get through it, and it's been great.
Well, I will say the one thing that is noticeable every day with you and is the energy and the positivity that you bring to the job, and you don't get that always from everyone. Everybody's got their own style, right?
They do.
Just like coaches have their different styles and those things. Talk about kind of your thought process on the positivity, the energy you bring, and why that's so important to what you do.
Well, of course, I'm glad you asked. So growing up, my mom and dad were just like that. They were just they loved people, and people fed off their energy. And I seen that from my parents and my grandma, and then once I started playing ball, the energy that I had and I stayed on the court, then it transferred over to teaching, and then it came over into coaching. And to me being an administrator, it's the same as a coach. Mm-hmm. You're over a team. You want to build a team, and you want to have that synergy, and you want that culture, and you want them to be an extension of you. So that's why I'm very positive, and I see what it does. It brings that energy to the community.
Well, let's talk a little bit about your background.
Absolutely.
Obviously, not from Madison.
No, sir.
So walk us through the quick version of
absolutely
college athlete, all those things.
Yes, sir. So actually, I thought I was going to Athens, Georgia. So I'm going to tell you a story about that. So I played college basketball. I went to Chattanooga State. I transferred from UTC and went to Chattanooga State. Finished my 2 years, and I got my associate's degree. So I was being recruited by Athens. So the coach came to Chattanooga State, picked me up. So I'm in the back seat, and a friend of mine called. No, my mom, and he said, "Hey, I heard you going on the recruit trip." I said, "Yeah, I'm going to Athens, Georgia." The coach turned around and said, "No, son, you're going to Athens, Alabama." So that's why I relate to the kids well, because I didn't have a clue. Yeah. So I know they don't have a clue, so we do it together.
Well, this is Athens State back when they had basketball,
yes,
right?
Yes. And so another thing about that, so when I was when I got into Athens, I seen Athens High School. I'm like, hey, why don't y'all recruit high school students? He said, "Son, this is a senior institute. Do you know what that is?" I said, "I don't." He said, "We only accept juniors and seniors." I said, "Okay."
Well, see, I learned something new. I didn't even realize that.
I didn't either. But I was there.
How about that? And so teaching career started off Florence or nowhere?
No, so actually in Athens. So I did my student teaching at Athens Middle School.
That's right.
And then as soon as I got done, I got hired as the PE coach in health. And I coached, I think football. I think I did football for 4 years, 3 or 4 years. And then I coached basketball for 8.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. And then what about your administration? Was JC the first time you were an administrator
no,
when
sir.
You were assistant principal there? Or when did you step into that role?
So I became an assistant principal at Florence High School in 2012.
That's
and I was there
Florence.
for 5 years. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Gotcha.
Great place.
Well, that's awesome. Let's talk about some extracurriculars.
All right.
Obviously, you're a student faculty basketball guru.
Oh, that's you right there.
We're not getting into that story.
You sure?
Maybe if we got time. Let's talk about your singing career.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
So for those of you that don't know, Dr. D on Fridays.
It's the place to be, I'm telling you.
JC, the place to be. He serenades us. Would that be a good word?
Absolutely.
Serenades us every Friday with some kind of tune. And talk about, number one, what made you start that? And number two, where do you get your inspiration? I know you call a lot of people out for bringing ideas for songs or whatever. So just talk about how this started, because it's a tradition now.
It is.
You can't get out now.
So this the honest truth. So during COVID time, so I'm a people person. During COVID time, I was going to teachers' classrooms. Just, hey, how y'all doing? So I stopped into a teacher's classroom. There's 4 teachers in there, and I said, "Hey, how y'all doing?" They said, "We're doing okay." They said, "But do you know to be good?" I said, "What's that?" If somebody got on the intercom and sung, I said, "I could do that." And then the rest is history.
No fear.
No. Hey, this is my definition of fear. See, people think it's called false evidence appearing real. No, fear is face everything and rise.
Woo.
Yes, sir. Can I get a high five on that?
High five.
I'm telling you,
brother.
Yes, indeed.
See, this is why Dr. D. We love Dr. D.
Yeah,
he's got that positivity. Right?
Yes, indeed.
No fear. So Rise Academy. Mm-hmm. It's the alternative school there we house it inside of James Clemens.
Yes, sir.
Are you still doing both?
Yes. Right now. So right now, yes. So and of course I have my admin team to help.
Oh yeah,
me.
For sure.
So Garner, he's been coming down there. So we got Flanagan, Shepard, Schedule, Miller, McCann, and Watts. So yeah. So even though I'm over, we still do it collectively.
Well, and I tell you something that I think the school system's got right. Not besides just hiring you, obviously.
Appreciate it.
I think the fact that they've created the full-time AD position for Watts and given you another assistant principal in Gautney.
Yep.
What a big difference that is to have another body, because people don't realize how much you guys do.
Yes.
In the number of kids we have.
Yes.
And have the Rise Academy.
Yes.
Like, I know you didn't know. Well, I guess you did. You started this job shorthanded.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And now you've got an extra person, and it's freed up Watts to do more of the AD stuff.
Yes.
How's that gone and that transition with the people?
Actually, it's been great because Watts was doing 2 roles last year, and now that he jumped in the AD role, he's flourished and he's gone and he's taken off. So that helps a lot on the AD on the athletic side. And Mr. Gardner, he jumped right in, and he just jumped right in.
Just a great guy.
Yeah, like he's always been there.
Yeah.
So
and he came from Rise Academy.
He
so
did.
He was familiar.
Yep.
He was familiar. So we're gonna head out and listen to the JC band here.
Right.
Go to break. Dr.
Yes,
D,
sir.
always a pleasure to have you on. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, now.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
That's your James Clemens High School Marching Band. You're listening to James Clemens High School Football on PAS Plus.
North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately, avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously.
When Keith and Amy Richards went on a Greek vacation in 1997, their goal was to create savory foods from simple ingredients. Thus, Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe was born with their healthy spin on traditional Greek food in the form of salads, gyros, sandwiches, and soups. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe, located at 105 Brook Ridge Drive, Suite A, just off Highway 72 in Madison. Open Monday through Sunday, 10:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. Call 724-6554 or visit them online at tzatziki'scafe.com. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe. Originality is our nationality.
Local high school sports are brought to you in part by Limestone County Commission Chairman Colin Daly. Visit the County Commission page at limestonecounty-al.gov to keep up with what's going on in the county and find out what ranks us in the top 5% in the state. You can also call Colin at 256-233-6400 or on his cell phone at 256-800-4544. When you're searching for a home or selling your current one, you want guidance from someone you trust. Fallon Sloan at Capstone Realty has been an active member of the Madison-Huntsville area for many years and has a passion for hard work, integrity, and client service. Fallon is a Madison resident, so she's got her finger on the pulse of the community. Check out her listings online at Fallon Sloan, that's FALLONSLONE.choosecapstone.com, or call her at 256-755-0269. Fallon Sloan at Capstone Realty. Ever thought you'd like to have a nice privacy fence or deck, but thought it would be just too expensive? Think again. Woodard Decking and Fencing will have you throwing that backyard party before you know it. They offer top quality wood, wrought iron, aluminum, chain link, and vinyl fencing, along with decks of any style at affordable prices. They'll treat your yard as if it were their own. Commercial services are available too. Woodard Decking and Fencing. Look them up on Facebook and see what they can do for you. You can also give Daryl a call at 256-652-9234. Woodard Decking and Fencing. Ready to show off your film IQ? Ready to show it off during James Clemens football? Maybe it sounds like trying to mix oil and water, but hey, we're just trying to have a little fun. Listen for our Chilla Bay in-flight movie quote during James Clemens football coverage on PAS Plus. We'll slip in a line at some point during our play-by-play commentary, and if you can identify the movie that it's from, text the answer along with your name to 434-1-PAS. That's 434-1727, and you could win a $10 credit at Chilla Bay Dessert Bar in Madison. The Chilla Bay in-flight movie quote. It could come anytime from Chilla Bay Dessert Bar and PAS Plus.
Welcome back to James Clemens High School Football. You are being broadcast live to by the Tzatziki's touchdown team. -1.
-1.
Kirk Pierce.
Kirk Pierce. Where are you, Kirk Pierce?
Where are you, Kirk Pierce? Kirk somewhere in New Orleans. If we sound a little bit more excited than we were during the second quarter, it's because we are. We got a new ball game.
How about that?
12-7. The Mountain Brook Spartans lead your James Clemens Jets. We're in a one-score game now, Coach.
Well, we talked about that going into half, or really at the start of the game. You said something about special teams might play a big role in this. We had a block punt
that led to a
safety, which led to great field position for another score for them. And then, of course, we get the big punt return by Ty Dowdy there and scored a touchdown to make it a one-score game. And you know, I mentioned this before half. They had all the momentum. They got comfortable feeling like they had this thing under control.
Everything.
And then that one punt return, and all of a sudden it was like
flipping a switch.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's one score from us not having the lead.
Yeah.
And so James Clemens got to come into this feeling really good. And I know we're kicking off this half, but we've got all the momentum. The defense has played well, and we go down here and get a big stuff right here, and then it's just here we go.
Defense is hitting them in the mouth. We have hit them in the mouth. and sometimes in the gut and everywhere else too. Hey, we got to keep doing it. Stay consistent. Stay consistent. By the way, speaking of consistency, listen for the James Clemens Coaches Show every Wednesday morning, 11:05 on 1080 AM WKAC. We'll talk to Coach Chad McGee and get the inside scoop on the Jets. If you miss it, go to the WKAC sports page at WKAC1080.com and click on the James Clemens link to find the archives. The Jets have kicked off. We're going to take it about to 22. Here comes
That's Gamble, the running back.
Gamble. Yeah, and he's running hard. He's not going down. We're trying to rip that thing out, too, but we get him down. Good return right there. He comes out about the 45.
That's the downside of the pooch kick, right? I mean, like, it's great when you get him pinned in and lots of guys around him, but if he finds a seam, he's already in good field position when he catches it right there.
If you miss that, if you make that first guy miss, you got a good chance right there. Or those first two guys miss. You got to have great pursuit on that. Yeah. All right, let's see if we do keep that consistency with our defense, because this is the tough part. You come out and you got to start on defense.
And they come out in the kindergarten line again.
You like that, don't you? Here we go. They're going to go pro set. Well, two receivers to the top side. Oh, they're going to go wildcat again. That's Gamble.
Ooh.
No.
I
saw what you saw. Yeah. I don't think that's the call over there.
Don't think so?
No. I think that's going to be a motion or an offset back. He did call it over there.
Face mask. I was hoping they thought he got his chest. I mean, it's not chest protector. What's that thing? Shoulder pads.
Yep. You'll get there.
My baseball showing
first game of the year.
I know.
We got to get back in true form.
Get the rust knocked off. We get a little extra work tonight because Kirk's not here.
Gosh, I'll tell you what, that's killed us too. Although Kirk's been bragging on us.
Hey, yeah, he's sent us a few nice text messages.
I mean, that's sweet that he's encouraging and all.
Kirk's down there drinking his Hurricanes and listening to the broadcast.
Pro set again, two receivers this side. They're going to go.
It's a different
quick
snap back.
Yep. We corralled him up early.
Could be Henry Bell or Jack King. There's 2 17s.
Your guess is as good as mine. I'm telling you that.
Give me that depth chart over there.
He's Mountain Brook. I'm telling you.
Oh, that's it. Right there in your hand.
Here you go. You probably read better than me. I mean, we're both from Texas. 2nd and 7. Mountain Brook giving us even yet a different set. We're going to go quads bunch this side. They're going to turn the handoff. Nope. He's rolling out, looking deep. He's got a man deep. I couldn't tell if he made it. Yeah, they're going to signal that he did. He catches it. He's down inside the 5. I don't know how he caught it. We had a man outside coverage and a man underneath, too, and he dropped that thing in there.
Yeah, and I thought that Dowdell was going to close that gap. He was closing the gap in a hurry.
Yeah, he was.
Looked like he was going to get there, and then just at the last second pulled up just a hair, and it fell right into the receiver's arms right there right about the 3.
And Mountain Brook's going quick. They're in a pistol look. Now motion's out of it. We're going to go
Wildcat.
Yeah, we're going to go Wildcat look here. 2 receivers to this side, and he's going to bring it to this side. Looking for a crease. Nope. We're there again. 91.
No, somebody shot that gap right there. He still hadn't got up. Who was that? Mark Woods. Mark Woods shot that gap and hit him in the backfield. Well, I just didn't figure he'd come from that far because he was so quick getting back in the backfield. But
there's not a lot of space and yardage left to play.
At the 3-yard line.
Yeah. Mountain Brook again. We're going Wildcat look. That's Gamble. Coming this side. He's looking for the perimeter, and he's going to get it. Touchdown, Mountain Brook.
Well, all that talk about defense coming and stopping them and all the momentum, they stole it right back right there with that big play down the middle.
Coach, it's all about how you respond.
Well, and, we've seen that tonight a little bit on the defensive backfield. We've had some mix-ups in coverage and some guys that have been wide open in our flats. That was down the middle of the field and really wasn't wide open. He got behind one of our guys and really just fell in a space between the 2 safeties.
Well, and credit
the
quarterback for dropping a dime in there, too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he did. And he's thrown some good balls tonight. We've also saw him. Couldn't tell on that one. Looked like he missed it. Missed the extra point right there. Quarterback's thrown some good balls, but he's also thrown some kind of wobble ones. That one he dropped really on a dime, and he had to, because if he misses on that one, that's a pick.
Well, and that missed extra point's big right there, because really now it puts us a field goal and a touchdown with a 2-point conversion. Right?
You're talking math.
I know.
You're talking math. When I was on the sideline, I had a little chart that did the cheating for me.
Well,
you're down by this score, you go for 2. You're down by this score, you go for 1. It just did all the math for me.
I got you.
And I don't know that it was right. That's just what they told us to go by.
Well,
I'm good at doing what I'm told.
You football guys, or you former football guys, all got those cheat sheets, right? The play charts and all those. You got the guys that got the ones that are connected to their belt with the little zip deal on them.
I wasn't that guy.
Got to cover your mouth while you're calling the plays.
I never saw Bear Bryant walk around with one of them things.
Sean Payton got the thing up over his mouth so you can't see him talk.
Come on. I've seen you walking over there in the first base coach's box with that sleeved up thing you carry.
I do have a card in my pocket that I write everything on. So I guess guilty as charged.
All right, here we go. Jets will be receiving. They're going left to right. Gosh, we look good in these uniforms. It'd be nice if we could put one in the end zone right here. Kind of an awkward kickoff that time.
Let it go out of bounds.
Absolutely. Let that thing go. It's going to roll out at about the 7. Let's see what Coach McGee's going to decide.
What is the rule here? Where do we get it if we take the ball?
Well, we've changed the rules on where we're kicking off and where we're taking it, so it should be the 35.
Yeah, 35. That's what I thought.
Of course, you can force them to re-kick it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what the high school rule was. I thought it was the 35.
We are going to take it at the 35. Jets come out with a one-receiver look. We're in an I backfield. Marsh under center. He's going to turn and hand off. Oh, man, we're just eating up there right there. Barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. We're still having so much trouble cutting off that backside pursuit.
Yeah, 66 right there. Who was that? Ricky Whitworth right there shot that backside and wrapped him up around the waist.
And Whitworth, not a big kid, but he's eating that gap up.
Well, it goes back to what we talked about with Mountain Brook. They're not going to be big and overly athletic, but they're going to be where they're supposed to be.
I mean, they're super disciplined, and they're getting after it. Heavy to this side. 2 receivers, 1 receiver in a slot. Oh, nice move in the backfield, and he's got a crease. He's going to pick up big yardage that time.
That's
Almost
what we need.
out. Yeah, but that's kind of not the way we're built, though. We're not shifty. We're not, we're kind of lower our head, get positive yardage. When you force our backs to be more shifty, we're slowing down. We're not gaining positive yards right there.
I agree.
3rd and 2. 1 receiver set again. Slot to this side. I backfield. Oh, we mishandled the snap.
Well, I think we had a false start. Nothing looked right about that.
Well, we've been discombobulated for a while.
Because it looked like, the left side, Thomas out there on the left side stood up early, and then the snap came late. And
had that whole caboose issue again.
Yeah, they got to decide whether with the locomotive or the caboose. Eggert coming in at receiver. Been interesting. A lot more tight end type sets now with this new offense.
We have with our new offense.
Not as many spread wide.
And again, credit Eggert for making that move. 3rd and 7. Jets staying in an eye look. Motion the fullback out. Marsh is going to fake the handoff. He rolls out. He's going to zip it out to Doty. Doty's got a little bit of room. Not quite to the first down. He's close.
Maybe.
Let's see where they spot it. He's spotting it right at it. And he motions for the chains to move.
Yep. Boy, he stepped out right over the top of the 45-yard line.
Yep.
And they're going to give him the first down.
Well, Coach, we'll take a little charity right now.
Which, I guess his feet were still in the air as he crossed into the white. He didn't touch.
All right, Jets retain possession. 1 receiver this way. Still in the eye. Hands off. And positive yards. Positive yards on first down creates such a good situation for us, or a much better situation for us.
Well, if you do that 3 times, get 4 yards, that's another first down, right? So
your wisdom.
As long as you can keep those 4-yard runs going, you got a chance.
You should drop in knowledge, Coach.
Well, old age and a little bit of math.
2nd and 5.
Uh-oh. Must look like we may have some blood. 77. They ran him off. He's looking for a trainer to wrap his arm up over there. So official stopped the game to get him off the field and get wrapped up. Jets again. Marsh under center. Turns. He's going to hand off again. This time more toward the perimeter.
just gets back to the line of scrimmage. We've not been able to attack the perimeter, I think, like our coaches thought we were going to be able to, and really utilize what speed advantage we have. We've not been able to get there. Those guys have really held their own on the edge.
Well, and that's where DJ's dangerous, right? If you can get him popped to the outside.
Yes.
He's not extremely fast, but he's fast enough to run away from some of these guys, and he hits the hole quick.
Yeah.
The problem is they're stringing him out, and there's nowhere for him to hit, right?
Yeah, well, we've talked about backside pursuit all night, right? So if you can string that thing out and let your backside pursuit come, there is no cutback. It's been successful for Mountain Brook. This time they're going to bring Marsh rolling to his right, zips it across. What a catch. I'll tell you what.
Number one, that should have been interference.
Well, and Logan Eggert made a catch like that last week against Gardendale with somebody draped over his back. Should have been an interference call, and he still reins it in.
Well, he's so tall.
Yeah.
It's hard for them to decide. Do I go up over him? With most receivers, you could do that. Or do I try to go around him and give him a chance to catch it and run? And really, that guy was trying to go over him and had both hands on both shoulder pads.
I'm going to give him a little credit. You know, we were hard on him last year at times.
Absolutely.
And he's made a lot of progress. He's put on a lot of strength. He's really worked hard, and he's gotten better. Marsh hands off. Gosh, a little crease, but still not much. They just corral him so early. By the time he gets to the second level, he's eating up.
And that's Cam Berry there trying to find a hole and ran into a bunch of white jerseys.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 8 for the Jets.
And Cam's a little more of a physical back compared to DJ as far as size. I would argue DJ's probably a lot stronger, but not quite the same burst. He's more big and physical.
Boy, DJ does run strong. He turns those legs. This is a 2nd down. We really got to pick up some positive yards. We're in our own territory now. We got to sustain this drive. Jets with 2 receivers set. We're in a true pro right here. One back. We're Wildcat. Doty takes the snap. He's going to the perimeter. There's our speed that we want to attack outside, and he picks up a 1st down.
Well, I tell you what, the big thing right there is he was able to try to hit the inside and bounce out.
He bounced it.
And we didn't get any holding penalties.
No.
A lot of times you'll see that bounce out, and the defense shifts to go after him, and one of those big linemen hang on a little long, but did a good job of keeping our hands inside right there and gave him a chance to get outside and get that 1st down.
A good call by Coach Truitt of giving them a different look right there and giving them something else, a different way of trying to attack the perimeter since we couldn't do it in a typical set.
Heat timeout right here. Taking a little timeout for the officials. So
yeah, the officials may need it.
They may need a Chillabay. I'm going to get that right before the year's over.
We will.
Chillabay dessert.
This is our week. This is where we work out all the kinks. Hey, meanwhile, go to your Amazon Echo device and say, Alexa, open PAS Plus, and hear our coverage of James Clemens football in crystal clear quality all season long.
And there's no doubt, with us in the booth, it's crystal clear quality.
Our dialect may not be, but the sound.
The sound will be good, even if we don't. We may sound like we're the ones drinking Hurricanes, not Kirk.
I mean,
all right, got the fullback back in front.
You know, they got to come through and play better, or they'll never be able to wear this uniform again, and Kirk will be destroyed.
Yeah, that would hurt his feelings big time.
All right, 1st down, 1 receiver to the top side, slot this way.
Our guy in the red hat doesn't have a red hat, but he's still standing on there. TV timeout.
I forgot. If you're just now joining us, we're the AHSAA TV game of the week, Thursday night special. I backfield. Marsh turns, hands off.
Cam Berry
picks up maybe 2.
Man, we're handing that thing so far in the backfield off. It just looks like he's gaining a lot more than that, but it's just a couple.
That's the issue with that pistol backfield. It does allow that back to gain that momentum moving forward. But, yeah, you run 6 yards to pick up a 2-yard gain.
Yeah. And unless there's a hole, and right now there wasn't a hole.
Well, that hole looks good when you're 4 yards deep.
I can't quite get there.
It may close before you get to the line of scrimmage.
Seems like the wind's picked up a little bit. A little breeze in the field, Mike.
It sure feels
Papers
nice,
flying
though.
A little bit, but boy, it feels good out there.
All right, 2nd down and about 7. Jets with 1 receiver to this side, still in the eye. Marsh looks quick. Dowdy on a short out route.
and Marsh just overthrew him.
Looked like he audibled to that, and I don't know if that's something they've got in where he can see something to make a change this early in the year, but he came to the line and started screaming at everybody and tried to hit that little quick out right there out of a primarily run formation for us.
You know, and I feel like Ty's rushing a lot of his throws tonight. We talked about earlier he's rushing it because he feels like pressure. In that instance, no pressure at all. It's a quick route, but he still rushed it.
But, you know, that's a difficult pass. One that you got to get rid of that quick. Sometimes you don't get a handle on that ball, and so it's a tougher pass than people think.
Here we go again. Handoff to Cam. Oh, breaks 2 tackles. Gets out almost to the first down. It's still going to bring up fourth.
Right? 4th and about 3. We're on there 25. I mean, you got to go for it right at this point.
I think that's why you make that call. You already decided it was 2 down territory.
2 down territory, yeah. Because we definitely don't have the leg from here.
4th and 3. We're definitely going for it. I'm going to have a conversation with Coach McAbee at school tomorrow about coming up with new fake signals. Here we go. I backfield. Slot to this side. Marsh under center. Getting a new sign. Turn. Going to hand off again. No. He bounces it back this way.
I don't know that he's going to get there.
It's going to be interesting to see where they spot it.
It's going to be short.
Hard to tell from our angle. No, he's going to be short. Just a few inches short.
Just a few too many dance steps in the hole instead of getting up the field right there. And not necessarily Cam's fault. No. It was somebody in his face.
No. Yeah, he's doing his best to try and get upfield. Another squandered drive. The Jets will turn that one over on downs. And here Mountain Brook will take over on the 24. All right, coming out. Mountain Brook motions again, and now motions over. He's going to look to swing pass. Look who's running to the alley.
Mark Wood.
Gosh, that guy's a player. Anybody who listened to us last year got tired of hearing that name.
Well,
when you're running around the field making all the plays.
And part of the problem last year was we were calling his name so much because if he's making the tackles from back there at safety, things aren't going well.
Now, Mountain Brook, 2nd and 4. 2 receivers to the far side, a slot. They'll motion to 3 receivers to the far side in a slot. Single back, it's Gamble. They hand it off to him. He's going to pick up the first down. They're doing a little bit better job attacking the perimeter like they want to do now.
We got a flag down. I'm going to be honest, they've done a great job. 46 right there just took Hayes Harrison, our middle linebacker, about 20 yards down the field.
They're aggressive, and they're very physical.
Yeah.
Their offensive line is extremely physical, which speaks volumes to what our defensive front has been able to do against those guys. I mean, we talk about how well our defensive front has played. I was impressed with the way our defensive front played last week against a big, physical Gardendale offensive line. These guys are impressive up front too, and we're playing really, really well. Mountain Brook now. Dubs, bunch to this side. They turn and hand off. Nope. He's going to fake it. Looking to throw. He throws long. Incomplete pass.
Boy, that could have gone 2 different ways.
Really hard to tell.
Could have been a hold back here on Jalen before he's trying to get to the quarterback, and then could have almost been pass interference. A little face guarding there. I don't know if that's the actual call anymore, but
it's not
old school face guarding.
Yeah.
But I mean, he never really turned around. We got lucky the ball got there just in time before he made contact.
And that's so tough in high school because the ball's underthrown and the receiver's stopping.
Well, you never know what these referees are going to do either.
They're not sure either. 3rd and long, 3rd and 8. Mountain Brook with a single back, 2 receivers to the top side. Here they go, shift to a heavy set again or an off-balance set. Now they shift back regular.
Timeout over there on their sideline, I think.
Yep, looks like a timeout for Mountain Brook. And I think those shifts are really just to try and draw you right there on that 3rd down. I mean, they've done it so much of it. They're just shifting. Of course, we charted those first 2 drives. You were looking at 14 plays and about 11 different formations.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, we talked about the multiplicity that they give you.
And the plays aren't that much different.
No, the plays aren't that much different. They're doing they're running 6-7 plays
but they're doing a bunch of different looks.
Tons of different formations or different sets. And then they motion so many different ways, too.
Well, I think it's messed us up a little bit on the defensive backside more than it has up front.
Yes, it's totally messed up our secondary. And then if they can't confuse you there, then they'll go to the diamond backfield and give you all the different misdirection to confuse your linebackers. Mm-hmm. They can do so much. That's why I call it multiplicity with simplicity. They're simple on them. Yeah. Makes it very difficult for the defense to key on. 3rd and 8. Mountain Brook on their own 25. 2 receivers to the top side. Gamble is the only back.
Oh, geez, TV timeout.
Well, we're so grateful the
NFHS is here. Or not NFHS,
AHSA. That's why I had to pause. I can't say anything bad about them. I had to hold my thought.
I wonder if Alvin Briggs is in the house.
No, I highly doubt it. While we're waiting.
Oh, go ahead, please.
Enter your name for the Lawlers Fan of the Week at PASnetwork.net. We'll announce the winner during the post-game show of each James Clemens game. The winner will get a gift card from Lawler's Barbecue. Hand off to Gamble. Nope. It's a fake. He's going to throw it. He sits down again at the top of the first down marker, and it's complete. They've been so good at that on 3rd down, and we've been so poorly prepared each time.
Well, 23-year-old Nathaniel Clayton over there at Tex, man, he's given a huge cushion. And that guy took off hard and sold that he was going to go down the field on that long 3rd down. And then when he pulled the brake, we didn't recover.
No, they've sold it so well every time. Now let's see what this flag is.
Producer extraordinaire, old Tim Lambert over there picking out the flag for us.
Well, if it's not Tim helping us out, you can count on Clay with that 3rd down sound effect every time. He knows when it's going to be 3rd down again.
Oh, Purge.
The Purge.
That doesn't count as our movie quote.
No.
That siren.
No. But hats off to Terry for jumping on and winning the movie quote, the in-flight movie quote. Back it up, Terry.
Back it up, Terry. Back it up onto Chilla Bay.
Are you not entertained?
Got the Spartans, Gladiators.
Let's go, D. Here we go. 3rd and very long. We're looking 3rd and 20. Nearly. 3rd and 18. Clay Coleman trying to get the house on their feet. Mountain Brook. 2 receivers to the top. They're bunched. Single back. Motions him out to the top side. Not going to swing it. Nobody there. Here's a pick.
Brody Stinson.
Bringing it down the sideline. He's staying on his feet. Spins out of a tackle. Picks up some more yards.
Now we got a late flag.
And it's going to be James Clemens football. Let's see where the flag is, and then we'll know where the ball is going to be spotted.
So Brody brought it all the way back to about their 25.
Yes.
And I don't know if there was a flag on some kind of block on that deal. They're going the wrong direction, it looks like. Wow, like a 15-yard. I don't know if we got some kind of illegal hit in the back. Yeah, blocking the back. Either way, we got the ball in their territory at about, the 36?
Well, it's going to be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So let's see where they spot.
They're spotted at the 36 right there.
Okay.
They already stepped it off.
Got it.
All right, let's do something here, boys.
Jets ball. 36-yard line. Great opportunity here for us to put points on the board before we start the 4th.
Talked about Brody, one of those kids is just going to be in the right place, and he was right there.
He did the right thing. Here we go. Wildcat, snap to Doty. Doty looking for a crease, and he just waited.
No, look, he's grabbing.
Yeah.
Let's just hope that's a cramp.
Yeah, I hope he's just cramping up.
It happened to him last week, right?
Yeah, it did.
But as soon as he planted, he grabbed that calf and tried.
Last week it was a kickoff return. The ball was in the air, and he took about 2 steps and then come up lame.
I saw Hayes Harrison. He's one that had to get some treatment last week and missed the end of the game. And he was grabbing at his calf earlier too. Yeah, they're stretching him out right here.
Yeah, that time he took the direct snap and took about 2 steps.
Yeah, bad time, and you're in the backfield and end up losing 4 yards.
Yeah, he just came up lame right there. That's tough. Not the way you want to start that right there. Man, we've had some terrible luck tonight.
Just when you start to get something going and have something happen like that.
Well, we talked about Ty as one of our big 3 playmakers offensively. It was not one of the guys you want to have come out of the game for any amount of time.
Well, we've got to do something. You know, the way the schedule is set up now with practices and all that, it's really hard to get these guys in game shape. You know, they don't put on pads till 2.5 weeks before they play. And the heat that we were dealing with over the last few weeks.
Yeah.
And, it's just hard to get in game shape.
Well, we talked about the short turnaround this week, too.
Yeah, got a Thursday game.
Yep. All right, Marsh is under center, 1 receiver to the top side. We're in I formation again. He's going to turn and he's going to hand off. Got a little bit of a crease. He lowers his head. Maybe a yard.
2.
Maybe
had
picks up a yard right
when
there.
He went to plant his foot. He kind of slipped right there.
Yep.
So another long third down. We've seen that tonight.
Yeah, we should be getting really good at these third and longs. You know, we're almost in a situation now where we're just going to have to commit to taking chances.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
you don't have to let Ty throw the ball down the field.
Commit to take chances. Let's set up. Let's throw the ball.
You know, earlier he had Eggert down the middle and just missed. So we've had a couple opportunities.
We've had some opportunities. You know, Ty was open on the out route earlier, and we've also had some poor miscommunications. Here comes the blitz from Mountain Brook. He's got a receiver open. Not enough for the first down.
A.J. Little going to be about a yard short. Where do they spot it?
He's spotting it right at the marker.
No, they're moving it.
And he's moving him.
Wow. I did not see that.
I didn't either. That's a generous spot.
Hey.
And we're not arguing.
We'll take it. Maybe he ran a better route than we thought. Stopped right at that marker.
Yeah, it could be our optics up here. Different angles.
It is a different angle.
I did fail geometry. All right, Jets have new life. First down, I formation again. Marsh turns and hands off. Little power run right up the middle. And the pile is still moving. Nice little pickup, about 4 yards.
DJ right up the middle.
Man, he runs so hard. Again, I mean, you referenced it earlier. Not good, not big size. I mean, not an overpowering guy, not overwhelming speed, but he runs so hard.
Strong.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see that kid in the weight room, he is strong.
Gosh, Coach Burke's done a great job with our guys, just getting stronger in the offseason. 2nd and 6. Again, under center, I formation. Going to turn and hand off again, looking for the crease. He gets tripped up in the backfield, maybe picks up a yard. Maybe
Boy,
2.
Lucky they got his foot right there and tripped him up because I think there was some space through that hole he went through.
Yeah, he did have some space.
Just dove in the backfield and clipped his ankle.
3rd and 4. We're in a 3rd and 4 right here, and I think we're still in 2-down territory. Jets have 3rd and 4 from the 20-yard line. We're driving. Still a chance to get on the board right here.
Got Eggert back here on this side. Now they've singled him with the motion. It'll be interesting to see.
Trips to the top. He's looking at Eggert the whole way. Go up and get the ball. He did! Touchdown, Jets! Ty was looking at Logan Eggert the whole way. Comes from under center, and he's looking at this big, tall frame kid. Throws to the corner of the end zone, right in the boundary, and he really put it where Logan Eggert's the only guy that's got a chance at it.
We saw that a lot from them last year with him when he was split out in that other offense. But, this year, tonight at least, he's been in near the line. And all of a sudden, I just happened to notice he was split outside. And as soon as that motion went away from him, you had one-on-one here with a guy that's 6'6". So
that's right.
6'6", 6'7", whatever he is.
Smart call right there. And the Jets are on the board before the third quarter's up. Going for 2. Marsh turns, tosses at Cam. He's stuffed in the backfield. Nowhere to go.
I'm not sure. There was some confusion there. Cam was on the sideline and ran on late. Like we didn't know there was a 2-point conversion coming, or DJ is typically in there, so I'm not sure what happened right there. Either way, it didn't work.
Yeah, Coach McGee really frustrated right there.
Oh, and we had a hold anyway.
Yeah, Coach McGee really frustrated. One of those situations where if you're going to go for two, you got to know it. All right, our score, Mountain Brook 18, James Clemens 13. You're listening to James Clemens High School Football on PAS Plus.
Bankston Motorhomes, with locations in Alabama and Tennessee, carries an extensive inventory of motorhomes, including Class A diesel, Class A, Class B, and Class C motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and tent campers from manufacturers like Tiffin Motorhomes, Fleetwood, Forest River, and many more. Bankston Motorhomes also has an experienced service department to help you with any service work or parts or accessories you need. Bankston Motorhomes, Huntsville, Florence, Albertville, Ardmore, and Nashville, helping families like yours build memories for over 40 years. Call 1-800-624-2899 or visit them online at bankstonmotorhomes.com.
Welcome back to James Clemens High School Football. Excuse me. Welcome back to James Clemens High School Football.
Oh, we kicked it out of bounds.
Yeah, the Jets have just kicked off. As we're nearing the end of the third quarter, Jets have just kicked off.
Well, it looked like he wasn't going to pooch that kick like he normally does, a little sky kick.
I think he missed that one.
He tried to get into it and then kicked it out of bounds.
Well, and, Coach, here's what I'm sitting here thinking. We were talking about the two-point conversion just before we went to break and the confusion that went with it. When we start doing things kind of out of character and we start flying on a whim, those are the type things that happen. Then add the kickoff with that, right? We start to do something new and out of character, and then things happen that shouldn't happen, right? We're trying to do something different.
Well, and that was kind of out of character. They ran right up the middle and gained a big gain right there, which we haven't seen them do a whole lot of tonight, but looks like they may have been aided by a hold right here. We got a flag down.
Yeah, my next point there. Yeah. Speaking of out of character. And maybe both teams are getting out of character here. Okay.
A lot of character.
Let's rein this back in.
So we go first and 15?
We don't have our ditch fixer.
Kirk.
Yeah. All right, first and 15. Mountain Brook's ball. Ball on the 31. See what kind of crazy formation they give us here. Okay, two receivers to this side and a slot. And it's blown dead again.
Looked like they had a little movement on the left side of that line. Or they get a timeout?
I think they got a timeout in.
Zeke's timeout, or how's that work? Man, it'd be good if we've got them backed up in this first and 15. Well, I guess that was the end of the quarter. Is that what just happened? End of the quarter?
Probably end of the quarter.
End of the quarter. So we've got them first and 15, headed into the fourth quarter. Man, it'd be good to get a big stop right here and get that ball back. Down 13-18.
Gosh, I mean, a big stop would be huge. A turnover would be huge. I mean, just the big thing is we're in a position right here, like you said earlier, keeping it a one-score game puts a lot of pressure on Mountain Brook. We don't have to take as many chances. It seems as though we're building momentum offensively, which we didn't do for the first 2.5 quarters of the game. Defensively, man, we've been solid. They stung us the first drive of the game. They stung us the first drive of the half. But defensively, we've been so solid. I mean, watching these guys on film last week against Vestavia, I'm impressed with our defense.
No doubt, because what did they do against Vestavia? Run.
Yes.
They ran the ball. They ran it hard. And they're trying to do it tonight. They just haven't had a whole lot of success because that defensive front does such a good job, and we're doing a good job from behind them filling the gaps. They've hurt us on a couple big pass plays. The play, kind of in that soft part of the cover two out there on the sideline.
That's where they get you. Yeah,
has really, really got us tonight. Then they had the one big play down the middle.
That's the biggest play. But I mean, how many running plays have they had over 4 yards?
Not a lot.
Very, very few. Yeah. So we've been able to really limit the running game. And we said if we can stop 19, if we can stop Gamble, we really increase our chances of winning by 50%, right?
Yeah.
Of course, when we said that, we were counting on our offense being semi-productive. All right, here we go. Mountain Brook, 3 receivers to the top side. They're going to turn and hand to Gamble. He's going for the perimeter. He's going to cut it back, and we're there.
That Mark Wood again. Yeah, Mark right there getting him by the ankles.
I mean, guy coming from the safety position to make tackles at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they got about 5. Remember, they were 1st and 15 right there, not 1st and 10. But look good.
2nd and 10. Two receivers this side. Fakes the handoff. He's looking. Nope. Short pass that time.
Did a better job sitting down right there and recovering on that stop route or comeback, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
They ran us back and not quite the cushion we had. I think put a little pressure on that quarterback. He threw that ball low because he was worried about guys coming back.
You called it right in comeback, but he was expecting his receiver to come back, but he didn't. He just sat. He just sat on it, and he didn't come back to it. Hey, big 3rd down right here. 11:20 in the 3rd quarter. Mountain Brook facing a 3rd and 10. Their trips bunch to the top side. He's going to turn, fake the handoff. He's looking deep. Doesn't have anybody. He's got a guy underneath. Slips a tackle, and now he's going to be brought down. Big play right there for Mountain Brook.
What an awkward play. The quarterback fakes the handoff on the play action.
Yep.
And as he stands up to plant, he slips and almost falls down for the loss without anybody touching him. And it looks like nobody's open, and he zips one in the middle of the defense and finds a guy streaking across the middle on some kind of little drag route.
The drag route underneath was the only option he had. We had all the deep routes covered that time.
Hit him on the run.
Yeah, he slips a tackle and gets out. Now Mountain Brook in James Clemens territory. Turns and hands off to Gamble. That's their go-to. Look at the guy running the alley.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
That's behind the line of scrimmage that time. Woods comes flying through the alley, split the gap, makes the tackle in the backfield.
Good time for a little safety blitz or whatever they had going on there because he was up on that line and in motion right on snap.
I'll be honest with you, I think he just read it.
Did you think?
I think he saw it, he read it, he comes sprinting.
Well, he does do a good job of that. We've watched it for 1+ seasons now.
I think that was his read. He was waiting to see if he motioned out and go with him, and when he saw him go, he split it. Mountain Brook's going to take another timeout.
Well, they're running through those timeouts right here.
I'll tell you. Let's take one with them. We'll come back. You're listening to James Clemens Football on PAS Plus.
Greg Machin Photography is Madison's premier studio and is dedicated to making you look your best, offering everything from senior portraits to weddings. Greg Machin Photography provides the highest quality prints and services the industry has to offer. Call 461-0827 or visit them online at gregmachinphotography.com. Located at 8006 Old Madison Pike in Madison, Greg Machin Photography.
All right, welcome back. 10:08 in the 4th quarter. And believe it or not, we've got a ball game here, Coach. Mountain Brook on top, 18-13 over James Clemens. 2nd and 12 for the Spartans. Trips to the near side. One back. He's going to turn and fake the handoff. He's looking, streaking down the middle of the field. He's got a man wide open.
Incomplete. He dropped it. He hit the ground and it popped out. Man, we have got a mess on the backside of our defense.
I was just hanging my head because I thought touchdown.
Had the safety split, and that guy went to the middle. Looks like Brody missed an assignment there because they're coaching him up from the sidelines right now.
That's a very nice way of putting it.
And, this is one of those games. We talk about this in baseball and softball. You've got a team that you've let hang around even though it feels like you've got the game under control.
Yeah.
Instead of putting somebody away. And if Mountain Brook's not careful, that's what they're doing with James Clemens, right? It feels like Mountain Brook's been in control all night, but we're still one score away from a lead.
Handoff this time to Gamble. He's found a crease. He's got to hate himself after that one. He had 2 different avenues he could have took to an easy first down. Instead, he runs into 2 tacklers. And he's going to be
Jack Crowder.
He's going to be short of the first down. 4th and 1.5.
Got to think they're going for it.
They got to go for it right here in order to take
Especially,
control.
we're showing signs of a little fatigue defensively. Some bigger plays on the run game we haven't seen most of the night, and it'll be interesting to see what they do right here with that kindergarten lineup.
If nothing else, you got to try and draw them off sides right here. Wildcat look. It's Gamble back there. He's been the guy. We try and shoot it. Oh,
we had a shot. No, he leaned forward.
Yep.
Somebody came in there and popped him.
He got popped right about the line, but good for him. He kind of falls over those bodies and gets his first down.
Nate got some penetration up front and really was back in the backfield, but he was able to get past him.
Yeah.
And then Mark Wood popped him right there near the first down marker, and he fell forward.
Credit Mountain Brook for staying away from those guys that were making those plays in the first half. All right, here we go. Gamble motions to the deep back this time. They're going to turn the hand to him again. He's been the workhorse. He gets the perimeter he wants and picks up about 4 or 5 that time.
This is the same thing we saw last week where, our defense started to get a little fatigued because the offense wasn't on the field very much.
Yeah.
They weren't spending a lot of time, and so they don't get time on the sidelines to kind of recover. And you're starting to see some bigger chunk plays here from Mountain Brook.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. If our offense can't sustain drives, your defense is going to get fatigued. Mountain Brook, again, with 3 receivers this side, they're content just to keep handing it to Gamble and let him just keep eating up yards.
Jalen Brown right there from the backside. He didn't end up with the tackle, but he knocked him about 2 yards sideways.
You can tell that. This game's taking a toll on him. He's played really well.
Those jet blue uniforms that were nice and light-colored are dark and covered in sweat at this point in the game. Like some John Madden stuff right there. We need a telestrator where we start marking off sweat marks on the line.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, that's a big slip and fall for the running back.
Well, let's not put it all on the turf. We did a good job of
he had nowhere to
him
go.
in, and he starts trying to stick that foot in the ground. 4th down.
Big.
All right, I'm trying to do my math here. If we force a field goal. So if we force a field goal and it's successful, that'd be a 21-13.
Winner touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
That is exactly right.
They're going to try it.
Dynamite right there, Coach Johnson.
Dynamite commentary. That's almost another movie quote.
Dynamite drop in, Monty.
We blocked it.
Pick it up. Pick it up.
What are we doing? Oh, look at big Jalen Brown block that kick. Boy, he's shaking that arm. Thing hit him right in the wrist.
Don't tell me Mountain Brook recovered. That's what I'm worried about.
It'd still be a 4th down, right? That was 4th down.
We did block it behind. Hang on.
Oh, my goodness. So we blocked the kick. It rolled far enough forward, and we just stood there and looked at it, and Mountain Brook jumped on it and got a first down.
That's what I was afraid of. Yeah, I apologize for those hearing me scream, but that's why I'm screaming.
We had 2 or 3 guys around it like they didn't want to touch it like on a kick.
Right.
And it's not like a punt or a kickoff.
Yeah. Jalen got back there and gets his hands on it.
But can they advance a block kick forward?
You can't advance it. They get it where the spot is.
Where they fall on it?
Yes.
A lot of conversation with the men in stripes as they try to figure this out.
It's always a tricky ruling. So, for example, Coach, like on a punt, a punt would be different.
Okay.
So if you block a punt and it's behind the line, you always try to return it because it's yours no matter what.
Okay.
If it goes past the line, you leave that thing alone.
Well, we got the ball back.
Good. So after some conversation, it's going to be jet ball.
Well, I would like to see this covered in the Wednesday Coaches Show.
Yeah. Let Coach McGee know what his explanation is right down there right now.
Very interesting. So we block it. It rolls past the line of scrimmage.
That's the only thing I'm going to go with interpretation is it would be theirs if it's past the line of scrimmage.
They're still debating it over there. I mean, their coach is
he's arguing that it went past the line of scrimmage. They have a chance to recover it.
They're going to get back together. Well,
especially if a James Clemens player attempted to recover it and then a Mountain Brook player recovered it.
Yeah, if we touched it.
Yep. And that's a good argument for him.
Well, now they're back together discussing. It's early in the season for them, too. And this is kind of a strange play.
There's a lot of arguments to be had on this side. All right, looks like we've made our decision, and James Clemens is going to have the football on the 19-yard line. Coming out, 6:58 left to play in this game. 18-13 is your score. I backfield. Marsh turns. Hands off.
Well, he fumbled that ball.
I think he
and
bobbled
it bounced right back up to him.
Well, we're just asking for all kind of bad things to happen.
That was Ty Doty in the backfield.
I know we want to work all these things out before next week.
Yeah, there's a big game against somebody next week.
Win or lose here tonight, we want to work all this out before the other school comes in.
So Ty Dowdy out of the game. DJ's back in.
All right, 2nd and 10. I backfield again. Single receiver to this side. Marsh under center. Turn, hand off. Wow, hard running. He's going to pick up just a few. He gets out to about the 17.
Got about a 3rd and 7 right here.
Yep.
Give Ty some time to set up and hit somebody. Looks like you got Eggert in, you got Cooper in at the receiver, A.J. Little, got Dowdy, so you got all the receivers in with DJ in the backfield.
Doty on the far side, Eggert in tight. Eggert's going to motion to the near side. 2 receivers each side. Marsh drops back. He's going to slip the pressure. Steps up, throws to Eggert. The big body, he goes up and gets it. He's at the 35 with a first down. That's what that big frame can do for you in those long arms.
Here's the deal. Ty has him open on the out route immediately. But he had a guy in his face and had to reset.
And did a good job.
And did a good job. And then just put it up where only he can get it.
Yep.
Right? He floated one over the top of the defender that was in front of him and just let the big man go up and eat.
They used that big, tall frame to shield the defender.
See, old basketball, he used to be a Frankie guy. He used to be a basketball guy. It looked like a rebound. He just went up and grabbed it off the glass.
Well, here's our guy down here holding our TV timeout again. Go to tailgatetalk.net and enter your nominations for Applebee's Athlete of the Week and vote on the weekly poll. We'll announce the winner Saturday between 10 and noon on Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC. The winner receives a gift card from Athens Applebee's and a Tailgate Talk T-shirt from That Shirt Printing Place.
Hey, strange week because we got a Thursday game.
Yep.
We've got DJ Williams is a candidate for the Tailgate Talk, or the, what is it?
Applebee's Tailgate Talk Player of the Week.
You can still get your vote in from last week's game.
It's a good candidate.
They don't cut it off till tomorrow at 7 o'clock. So
go vote DJ Williams.
DJ Williams, get your votes in, people.
Applebee's Player of the Week. Athlete.
Do you think that when the AHSA goes to do the road trip that somebody draws the short straw and has to be the guy to stand out there with his hand in the air?
But he does a good job of it.
Yeah, I mean, my shoulder would be tired.
He doesn't have the body for it, though.
There he goes.
Kind of reminds me of Walt.
Experienced veteran. Walt?
Our security guy.
Oh, Walt the security guy. He's a little heavier than Walt.
Well, I meant his motioning. The way he gave me that stern talking to at the window. Jets, under center. 1 receiver to this side. I formation. Mountain Brook looks a little discombobulated on defense. Here we go. Turns. Going to hand it off. Right up the middle. You're right, Coach. I mean, it's a long way of running, and you only pick up 2 yards, 3 yards.
Yeah. But I'm going to be honest. If we can keep moving chains like this, it's not a bad thing to eat clock up.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing at all.
Try to do like we did last week, score late, win a ball game.
I'm good with it.
I'm good with it.
Yeah, not to speak too quickly, but 7 points will do it.
Yeah, that's kind of my point. Hold this thing right till the end. Long, labored drive.
Ty's going to fake the handoff. He's going to roll to his right.
Just run it, Ty.
He makes one move. Might have got the first down. Let's see about the spot.
He's a little short.
He's going to be just a little short. He couldn't make a decision there. And honestly, 2 receivers probably could have helped him out by trying to push to get open, and they didn't. They just stayed on their routes,
running together.
Yep.
Instead of creating some space when there was scramble drill.
Just stayed on their routes and didn't really do anything to try and get open there. 3rd and 1.
Short one.
3:50 left.
Really about a half yard to where they got that ball spotted. Just got to get to the 45.
We're bunched with a slot and 2 receivers to the top. Handoff. He's stuffed. He's probably going to lose a yard right here.
You know, with Ty under center right there, I wouldn't have hated seeing him just quarterback sneak that half yard.
I thought the same thing. I don't know why.
Because their defensive line was kind of spread out right there.
Yeah, I don't know why we're handing off to the in a pistol. We're handing off to such a deep back in that situation.
And it's our backup running back. That's not even DJ.
Now 4th and 1. A true one. Marsh under center again. True I formation. He's going to turn and hand off. Looking for somewhere to go. Nowhere to go.
Drops us at the 40.
And the Spartans hold. He's going to lose 2, maybe 3. And we turn it over on downs.
Boy, they had everybody up on the line like a goal line defense.
And we had every opportunity to convert right there.
Tough deal. Now we got to hold, right? We've been talking about it all night. You got 2:59 left. I don't think we've used a timeout yet. So you got 3 timeouts left. They're going to try to run the ball.
Yeah, they're going to run the ball here. They're going to try and eat clock and eat yards. It's going to gamble pretty much every time. There's one.
Mark.
He slips a tackle in the backfield.
No.
He picks up yards. He's shuffling his own guys.
Look at Jalen.
And there comes Jalen Brown trying to pull him back.
So we miss him in the backfield.
He's going to end up picking up about 6.
And Jalen just grabs him by the back of the jersey and stops him. That was impressive.
That's why that guy's going to play in the SEC.
There you go. So timeout Jets right there to stop the clock and keep this thing.
Coach, if this goes down the way it is right now, the story of this game is going to be missed opportunities for the Jets.
Absolutely.
I mean, 2 opportunities in the first half to put points on the board, and you didn't convert. I'm going to say 2 opportunities in the second half so far to put points on the board, and you didn't convert.
Well, at least keep things rolling.
Keep
right?
things moving.
Right there,
maybe not put points on the board, but
third
to
and
keep
half
drives
yard
going. Right, to keep drives going, and you didn't convert. And it seems like it's simple thing. That is never simple, but
it's simple from up here.
It's simple from up here. That's exactly right. Simple things that we could have kept going.
So we'll have a 2nd and 2, 2 and a half.
2 and a half.
Yeah, not getting him in the backfield right there hurt because he ended up getting 8 yards. Need a big stop. Nope. Boy, he just put his head down and ran over.
Well, he had quite a crease right there. Probably the biggest crease he's had all night.
And it's a tough deal for Dowdell right there, right? As a corner, you're standing still, and you got this running back who barely gets touched on the run, and you got to try to figure out how to get him to the ground without getting killed.
Yep. All right, now we take a timeout. We're forced to take timeouts at this point and try to hold them.
So they're going to have 1st and 10 from about the 13, 14-yard line?
That is correct.
Well, now instead of a stop, we need a fumble. I'm getting greedy.
You are getting greedy.
It could happen.
It could. And you know what? We're kind of due because not a lot's gone our way tonight.
Well, the most beautiful thing about this is win, lose, or draw, and as ugly as it's been, it's week 2 and we hadn't started region play.
No.
So whether we find a way to pull this off or not makes no difference in what direction we're going.
No, like we said.
As long as we get it cleaned up for next week.
Last week and this week, that's exactly right. Last week and this week is all about getting these things worked out, getting ready for the games that matter. And next week is a big one. The Madison City Bowl. Mountain Brook going to hand off again. It's Gamble. The guy who's been the workhorse all night tonight. He's going to pick up.
Smart, intelligent play by that running back.
Very smart. The guy picks up about 4. He's going to be forced out of bounds, so he goes down to keep the clock running.
Look like he's sliding into second base over there.
Forces another timeout by James Clemens.
And that'll be our last.
2:31 left in the game. Mountain Brook can still pick up a first down here without scoring.
Yeah, that'd be the nail in the coffin too, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. Well,
trying to see, where did they spot him right there? He's at about the 12 maybe?
No.
So they've got 4 yards to go?
No, Coach.
I mean, sorry, not the 12, the 7.
Yeah.
7 with about 4 yards to go.
That is correct.
To get a first.
How was your interview with Dr. Donaldson earlier?
Man, what a stud. He's great.
That guy is full of energy.
We got into singing on Fridays and talked about just the process of how he got to JC and then the transition with all the new roles with Watts as AD and Gottney coming in and being assistant principal with the crew. And
he's a proud Athens State grad.
Talked about that. Thought he was going to a recruiting trip to Athens, Georgia, and he was coming to Athens State.
No kidding.
Yes, he did. He's on the phone and said, I'm going to Athens, Georgia, and the coach turned around and said, no, you're going to Athens, Alabama.
I did not have that issue. I knew very well I was going to Athens, Alabama. I knew full well where Athens State was.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, Mountain Brook comes out, 2 receivers to the top. Gamble the backfield. He's going to get the handoff again. Once again, picks up a few yards.
So he's down to about the 4.
He's been punishing on these last 2 drives.
So we're about 2 yards shy of the first down. So 3rd and 2 from the 4.
Wouldn't it be nice to force another field goal right here?
Yeah. We'd be right back where we talked about earlier.
Yep.
When we blocked it.
Going for the perimeter again. He's going to cut it back, and
we got a
flag down.
He got in the end zone. Great effort on his part.
Great
Diving,
effort.
Took a hit to do it.
Kid has really turned it on here in the 4th quarter.
But we do have a yellow.
And they're signaling against Mountain Brook.
Yeah, their reaction to Mountain Brook looks like they aren't happy about it, so they're going backwards.
I will say it's a holding call. I will say this about Gamble. I mean, we talked about watching him on film and about how this offense is really centered around him, and he makes it go. We limited him greatly the first 3 quarters. The last 2 drives, he has made it go. I mean, he's been everything for him, and he's really turned it on.
Well, when you got a guy like that, you got to keep pounding him because your hope is late in the game he will finally break through, which is kind of what we're seeing.
He did.
You can't abandon your game plan just because it doesn't work well early.
3rd and 12 for the Spartans. They're going to hand it to him again. He's fenced in. He picks up maybe 2, maybe 3, and he's going to be brought down.
And the thing, the advantage they had is they got the lead. And so they were able to keep handing it to him over and over again versus us taking the lead and them having to pass, which is kind of what's happened to us, right?
Right. All right, here we are.
And he's got to come out of the game.
4th and 11 now.
They're going to try to kick it.
I don't think so, Coach. 4th and 11.
And the clock's not running.
Now it is.
Goes. I guess it stops because the guy's helmet come off. I don't know.
That way you can't keep
Sounds
stalling.
Good.
They're probably going to let this clock eat, let it run down, and then kick the field goal.
They've got one timeout left, so they may go ahead and call it when it gets down to.
That would put them in roughly about the same position as the last field goal attempt.
They do call the timeout.
There they go.
So they're going to be at the, about the 13-yard line. So the kicker would kick from about the 20. Put the ball down about the 20. Is that right? 7 yards?
That's a little deep for a PAT, for a field goal.
Is it? Either way, look, to me, honestly, the closer he is right now, the better, because the angle's going to be weird.
For us, yes.
Yeah, for them to kick, it's a weird angle for
you
him
want
to try
lower
to make
trajectory.
That.
That's correct.
And so for us, it may be better that he's a little tighter. He's got the angle back to his left. Gives us a chance to get a low kick, and it gives us a chance. He may hook that thing. You know, how many times you see something from the hash tied in there and somebody pushes it or hooks it or whatever?
Try and hook that thing.
Especially high school kickers. You never know what you're going to get.
And we don't know this kid.
We don't know this kid. I know he kicked a kickoff out of bounds.
They're putting a lot on him right here.
We got the big boys in the middle going to make a push.
Well, Jalen made a big play last time, using that big frame, that big body. Somebody make a play right here. Come on, Big Poe.
Big Poe, get a push.
Big Poe. Push somebody back. We're not kicking it, folks.
All they got, they're lining up for a play.
The Spartans are going empty backfield. They're going to throw it. He swung him out. Did we pick that off?
No, incomplete.
He thought he picked it off.
Well, he had it. They were fighting
for it as they go out of bounds. So we get another big defensive stop, sponsored by Woodard Decking and Fencing. Big time stop by the defense right there. So the Jets are going to have another chance.
So you're saying there's a
chance, Coach.
That's not the movie quote. Don't call it in.
We already got a winner.
So 1:05 left. We're going to get the ball back at about the 13.
If you're new to this show, we drop those movie lines like nothing. I mean, they're just constant.
But only one's a winner. We'll have to control ourselves till we put the winner out there. All right. Moving it to the right hash. Backed up at our own end zone.
All right, the Jets. Yeah, the Jets are going to start at about their own 13. Marson shotgun. He's looking, throws it short. It's complete. We're going to be out to about the 21. Everything's going to have to be quick. 55 seconds and counting. We're in 2 minutes.
18.
We spiked it. Killed the clock. Here's the thing. We've not thrown many deep balls tonight. 2. And we have to now.
Be interesting, though. I mean, I guess they know that. They're going to be deeper coverage. But
that's what Mountain Brook's going to do. They're going to give you the underneath stuff. I mean, that's just football. They're going to give you the underneath stuff.
And one advantage we have is one of our guys is 6'7". Of course, he's not on the field right now. Oh, got nobody.
Get out. That's all you can do there.
Well, the problem with these long routes is it takes time to get going, and Ty's got to be able to stand in that pocket and throw. So, and they're coming after the quarterback because they don't have to fear the run.
It's a tough situation to be in. It's gut check time for some people, and we got to go right here. 37 seconds left. Mountain Brook leads 18-13. A score will do it for the Jets. Let's go. Got to hurry.
Man, we're going to let the clock.
Got to go.
Ooh. Almost delay a game right there.
No.
Oh, no, Ty.
We saw it earlier in this game. We saw Ty do it last week, too. Just under pressure and throw that ball up there.
Yeah, but, boy, he threw that rolling to his right. And
he's rolling to his right.
On the left-hand side.
He's rolling to his right, rolls to the right hash, and he throws it back across his body into an area where there's a Mountain Brook defender just waiting for it. Interception, and that's going to do it. 30 seconds left in the game, and the Jets turn the ball over.
Well, lots of things to learn from this week.
Yeah, again, missed opportunities, just not able to sustain drives offensively. Missed opportunities offensively, I should say.
No doubt.
Special teams outside of the first punt, special teams, pretty good shape.
Yeah.
Defensively,
had the kick return.
Yeah, defensively played very well for 7/8 of the game. It's hard to be upset with your defense when you only give up 18 points to a Mountain Brook team that's pretty dang good.
Well, 9 of those points came because they were in our end.
Yep.
At least 9 of them.
2 of them were special teams giving up.
Matter of fact, 9, well, it may have been more because I think the third, either the field goal or that other touchdown came when we gave them the ball right down there.
Yeah, they won the field position battle, which led to scores. And, hard to be upset with your defense tonight. Defense played extremely well. Offense could not really sustain anything. Really couldn't get anything going for half the game. And then the rest of the game couldn't sustain anything.
Well, that's a good football team we just played.
It's a very good football team.
They got beat pretty good last week by Vestavia, but, something to build on. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of film to look at this week and make some corrections. But as you head into next week against the other school, we got to clean those things up, and the coaching staff will. They'll be on top of it, and they'll have these guys prepared.
Absolutely. Disheartening. Very disheartening because you did have so many opportunities and because you did play well in certain phases of the game. It's one thing to get just beat up. It's another thing when you know that you could have won.
Yeah, for sure. And we had those opportunities. And again, we're 1-1, 0-0 in region play.
Undefeated in region play.
Undefeated in region play. So as long as we take some lessons from this thing and clean some things up offensively, especially, we're going to be fine.
Well, and we're still talking about the injury issue. No injuries.
Yeah.
No injuries that we saw, and we got everybody healthy for the Madison City Bowl next week.
Which we didn't last year.
No.
Remember, Ty got his first start while Gia was out, and I don't know, did Kamari play? I feel like he might have been out. We had a couple linemen out. We were beat up going into that game last year. So
didn't serve us well either.
No.
It did not serve us well.
It did not.
Reckon we're going to have the skydiver again?
That was big last year. A few people weren't here, didn't listen in. They had the skydiver with the American flag. That was big.
If you weren't a part of that last year, you don't often attend high school games where they're delivering the game ball from a helicopter. They're bringing in the game ball with a paratrooper.
Yeah, they do things big when it comes to the Madison Bowl, don't they?
The Madison Bowl is a big game. So when the other school rolls in, I don't even know who they played this week.
I know they played Muscle Shoals.
Yeah, they got
Athens. So little local matchup this week.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, Athens has played decent so far.
They're a lot better than they were last year.
Size-wise and stuff like that. They're 5A, 7A, a little different, but they're tough kids over there. Tough people win, right? And
tough
their
people
deal over
win.
There at Athens?
Cody Gross? I would never bet against Cody Gross, ever, against anything.
That's your UNA showing now.
Yeah, I would never bet against that guy.
Well, Coach McGee, and they've got their work cut out for him, but his staff does a good job. They're going to go to work this week and get things going. I guess at some point we'll discuss a player of the game after we take a break.
Let's take a break, and we'll be back right after this. You're listening to James Clemens High School Football on PAS Plus.
When you're searching for a home or selling your current one, you want guidance from someone you trust. Fallon Sloan at Capstone Realty has been an active member of the Madison-Huntsville area for many years and has a passion for hard work, integrity, and client service. Fallon is a Madison resident, so she's got her finger on the pulse of the community. Check out her listings online at Fallon Sloan, that's FALLONSLONE.choosecapstone.com, or call her at 256-755-0265. 866-682-6269. Fallon Sloan at Capstone Realty. Mellow, a state of mind, a culture, a way of being, and the philosophy behind Mellow Mushroom Pizza Bakers. Since 1974, their mission has been to provide delicious food in a fun and creative environment. The originators of hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza, Mellow Mushroom makes their pies with high-quality, fresh ingredients to elevate the dining experience. So mellow out at Mellow Mushroom, a higher order of pizza in Huntsville at 470 Providence, Maine, and 2230 Cecil Ashburn in Jones Valley.
Bankston Motorhomes, with locations in Alabama and Tennessee, carries an extensive inventory of motorhomes, including Class A diesel, Class A, Class B, and Class C motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and tent campers from manufacturers like Tiffin Motorhomes, Fleetwood, Forest River, and many more. Bankston Motorhomes also has an experienced service department to help you with any service work or parts or accessories you need. Bankston Motorhomes, Huntsville, Florence, Albertville, Ardmore, and Nashville, helping families like yours build memories for over 40 years. Call 1-800-624-2899 or visit them online at bankstonmotorhomes.com.
Ever thought you'd like to have a nice privacy fence or deck, but thought it would be just too expensive? Think again. Woodard Decking and Fencing will have you throwing that backyard party before you know it. They offer top-quality wood, wrought iron, aluminum, chain link, and vinyl fencing, along with decks of any style at affordable prices. They'll treat your yard as if it were their own. Commercial services are available too. Woodard Decking and Fencing. Look them up on Facebook and see what they can do for you. You can also give Darryl a call at 256-652-9234. Woodard Decking and Fencing. North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately. Avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously. Local high school sports are brought to you in part by Limestone County Commission Chairman Colin Daly. Visit the County Commission page at limestonecounty-al.gov to keep up with what's going on in the county and find out what ranks us in the top 5% in the state. You can also call Colin at 256-233-6400 or on his cell phone at 256-800-4544. PASnetwork.net. It's now your gateway to the Play Action Sports Network. Whether it's Play Action sports coverage of school, youth, and amateur sports from Athens and Limestone County, or Calhoun basketball, James Clemens sports, and Applebee's tailgate talk via PAS Plus. PASnetwork.net. Follow the links to download apps to hear live streams and podcasts, enable Alexa skills, or listen live on your computer. Covering Athens and Limestone County area sports, PASnetwork.net.
Welcome back to James Clemens High School Football. Just to recap, your Mountain Brook Spartans prevailed tonight 18-13 over the James Clemens Jets. Coach Johnson, final thoughts?
Well, I just think there's a lot to clean up offensively, obviously.
Yep.
There were signs last week and even early in this game of running the ball really well. I think the pass game's got to come along a little bit. Ty's going to have to just get comfortable. He looked a little jittery at times, like you said, the pressure early. But when he's got time to set his feet, we saw it even there near the end of the game. When he had time to set his feet, he made good throws and was on time and made some really nice throws. So just a matter of time of them getting on the same page. Defensively, I think it comes back to offense.
Majorly, yeah.
The defense has played really well for the first half and then plus some in the second, and then it looks like they kind of run out of gas. We hadn't seen anybody that really throws the ball a lot yet, so it'll be interesting to see once we face a quarterback that can throw a little bit, how the back end of our defense handles that, because the front side of our defense is really, really good.
Yeah, we're solid.
We got the Mellow Mushroom Player of the Game.
Yeah.
We talked about that off the air, and I think Ty Dowdy is going to be our Mellow Mushroom Player of the Game. Did a great job. He will receive a gift card, I believe, from Mellow Mushroom. Ty not only had some big receptions, he also went back and went to the Wildcat. He was running back at one point, and then the big one was he gave us some momentum to get back in the game with that punt return for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Because at that point we were kind of dead in the water.
We were completely dead.
And so I think that he very much deserving of being our Mellow Mushroom player of the game.
I agree. Big time featured jet for tonight. Ty Dowdy putting our first scores on the game. Also, congratulations to Ian Massengill. Ian's our winner of the Lawlers Fan of the Week. All right, you can enter your name for Lawlers Fan of the Week at pasnetwork.net, and we'll announce the winner during the post-game show of each James Clemens game. Winner gets a free gift card or gets a gift card to Lawlers Barbecue. So congratulations, Ian, on that. But that's going to do it for us tonight. Thanks for joining us. We're back at it now.
Back at it. We'll do it again next week.
We got to work out our jitters now. And,
we get Kirk back next week,
right?
Kirk
back. We'll be in full force.
Got the game here with the other school for the Madison Bowl. Kirk will be back. We'll be full force. And
we'll clean up our mess,
maybe we'll
too.
have our poster. I mean, and Tim.
Oh, yeah. Hey, look for us. Yeah, if you're in state, hey, there's no better way to enjoy the high school game, right?
Right here in the stadium.
Listening to us.
You can tune in while you're here.
That's what I'm learning that people are doing is coming to the game. First of all, they download the app before you get here. Come into the game and listening to us while you enjoy the action live.
Comic relief.
What a wheel.
Wow, what a wheel. That's for you, Coach Burgess, as we sign off tonight.
All right. For Coach Johnson, myself, and our producer extraordinaire. I guess good night and happy trails.
Tim, thanks for having us. Kirk, drive home safe.
You've been listening to James Clemens High School Football. If you'd like to download a copy of tonight's game, log on to pasnetwork.net. James Clemens High School Football is a production of Play Action Sports.